this is our world. This is called Pannor. That's Pannor. It is a funny little planet. It's made up of 6 continents, 8 main nations, and this giant magical storm sitting permanently in the middle of its largest ocean. These are Anor, which is the one at the top, Ninafe, Giari, the Cyan Kingdom, the Aeaman Isles, and then on the other side, you have the Lithern Kingdom, the Mua Islands, the Vir, and then at the very bottom, Endafil. And they're all stationed around this big, massive storm. It looks very far on this side. The islands, or the continents, rather, are closer together on the other side. But as maps usually go, they have the main focus of it in the middle of it, and everything else is around it. And in this one, the main focus is big storm. So, and this ocean that it's sitting in is called the Galaxy. So, stationed in the middle of the Galaxy is this large swirling storm, and for nearly a millennium, it's been sitting there as this massive vortex of clouds that seemingly go all the way to the ocean, and they make the waves really rough and dangerous, and a thick fog that covers basically the whole area, making it impossible to see past the walls of the storm. So it's just this really big thing that's just in the goddamn way all the time. Peculiarly though, it's the rough winds and the sea don't seem to extend far past the wall of the storm, making it relatively safe to travel around as long as you keep a good distance from it. Hello. We love Dungeons and Dragons and also dragons. Yeah, so as long as you keep a good distance from the storm, it doesn't seem that dangerous to travel in the ocean. I mean, we're talking, that's minus, dangerous ships, or characters, or creatures. Ignoring those things, it's safe to sail. You know, as sailing is. But it's believed that strange things happen within the storm's grasp, and no one that's ever ventured into the storm has been able to come back. And slowly over the years, people have stopped trying to go in to discover what lays inside it, though it's still blamed for a number of weird happenings around the world. Most notably, on the day of the storm's appearance, spikes in magical energy resulted in strange occurrences across the sea and the 6 continents. So in the wake of this massive magic spike, numerous things just went completely missing. They were just gone. Ranging from people to items to entire civilizations all seemed to vanish into thin air with zero warning whatsoever. The Fae and related beings retreated inwards to dense forests to hide, and other magical creatures became far and few between. Some of these creatures being thought to be extinct completely or just incredibly, incredibly rare. Now why'd you go and do that, OBS? Why'd you hate me? Why do you continue to hate me? What were we saying? Yeah, things, a bunch of, Fae-related creatures all just went, poof, we're not dealing with this. We're gonna go hide in our own places. So then, since the storm appeared, because it did just come out of nowhere one day and was just there, it caused a strange happenstance in the usage of magic, and using magic became more of a game of chance than it ever had been before. So occasionally, when a user would be casting a spell, it would turn out to have an unintended effect and do something completely not what it was supposed to do. So, you want to do a fireball, and instead you cast, like, Shape Earth. And strong magic became something that people had to learn about and hone over time. And the more you learned about it, the easier it was for you to cast spells and avoid the unwanted effects. So even if you weren't a wizard, if you were a sorcerer or somebody who naturally was able to use magic, you still have to learn about it to be able to try and avoid weird things happening. Because nobody likes weird things happening when you're trying to do something else. But as time went on, that becomes normal to people. So instead of like, wow, magic is really weird all of a sudden, I don't know what's going on. It's just like, yeah, that's just how it is. Like, if suddenly grass started growing in purple all over the world, then a few centuries or something down the line, people are gonna be like, yeah, grass has just always been purple. That's just how it is. Now, because of this, in some places it became really unordinary to see magic users outside of designated positions to use spellcasting. Depending on the region, some lands even outlawed the usage within their city walls for safety. Furthermore, to compensate for the possibility of a spell taking a dangerous turn, more research was put into health potions and making them more cost-effective. Because you don't want to be healing somebody and have it not work. And then cities, you don't want somebody to be trying to do a little spell and then end up blowing up half of the town. And then in a world that's majorly made of water, like Penor is, it's really, really common for sea to be a main portion of a person's life. It becomes their main mode of transportation, trade, work, and for some people, it's even their faith. On Penor, even the largest of the land masses are nothing compared to the vastness of their oceans. Though the world reigns focused on the oceans, each continent has its own traits. So the one to the north, which is Anor, and the one on the bottom, Andafil, they're most part barren wastelands, only inhabited by the resilient dwarfs who've adapted to the land in order to get the most out of the abundant ores that are trapped there. The northern hemisphere, on the continent of Omai, that is up here. These. Ooh, that's too big. There. We have two lands that are Ninafe and Giari, separated by a large river that comes close to spanning the whole continent. And the large river further emphasized the difference in the climate that the two paths have. So it comes mostly all the way across to this big, really big lake, and then almost goes all the way to the other side. So Ninafe, the top half, is mostly steep rocky mountains, plateaus with cold, icy peaks further north and closer to Anor you get. But for the most part, it's really barren. It's mostly like tundra. Save for like in the west a little bit. It's got a little bit of desert. Here there are large, strange animals, and the people are acclimated to the chilly air that sweep through the land. Giari, on the other hand, the one south of the river, is mostly dense forest mixed with some grasslands closer to the coast. And situated in these forests are what's called the Fey Woods. This is a strange part of the forest. It's still inhabited by Fey and Fey creatures that are guarding it and not really allowing other beings to enter in too far. And that is kind of like the southwest, or I guess that would be the northwest part of Giari, because it's closer to the big lake thingy. And then as you move closer to the south of Gyari, closer to the equator, the trees and the weather, they get more tropical, leading you to Cyan Kingdom on the bottom. The Cyan Kingdom, it's mountainous, it's got a bunch of high peaks in it, it has a variety of climates in it, from the mountains to plains to swamplands in the south. And it has a really, really large hold on the trade system of Penor, and therefore it has many of these large walled-in protected port cities. And even throughout the kingdom, it's known for these walled cities that are massive, and they're usually based around having a main god that the city worships, and that's their main religion there. And then on the other side of the big bad storm, oh, there it is. We got Lithern, or the Lithern Kingdom, though it's more often just called Lithern instead. They're not as much of the kingdom area anymore as the Cyan Kingdom is. So it's a very quiet place. It's covered in thick forest, and in these thick forests, there's ruins of many, many things. Most of the people there, they keep to themselves, and they don't concern themselves much with the rest of the world. And south of Lithern, it's the Mua Islands. And they are a lot warmer. They're more on the equator side of the world. So the Mua Islands, they're even warmer with a lot more welcoming, friendly people than Lithern, who they welcome in weary travelers with open arms and food, and it's a good way for them to get money. It's a really good opportunity for them to make money. And opposed to Lithern, their main export is not hospitality. This is more what's it called? Temperate rainforest. It's like Oregon, like Washington. Rainy, thick, dense forests. And then it's just bam. Nice, warm, friendly people, good food. People much rather go there than there. And then south of the Mua Islands, we have Levier, which is 3 varying-sized islands containing many different terrains from the north to the south of it, moving from tropics to forests to mountains to grasslands and some really rocky, it's really rocky terrain. And then such varying terrain of these lands house varying people as well, located in multiple large cities that are spread across the entire thing. Other small islands that can be found throughout the world, such as the tropics of Nim and I, which are usually combined in name to be Nimai. Where are they? There they are. They're so little. They're here. They're usually combined and treated as one island, even though they're 2, and just called Nimai instead of Nim and I. They lay in between Gyari and the Cyan Kingdom, and they're mostly just a stopping point for ships and a quick place for people to pick up supplies. However, stopping there can be dangerous for less experienced seafarers, as it's a well-known location for less than polite crowds, to put it lightly. Directly east of them are the Amen Isles, which are accurately named for being the last stopping point in the middle of the galaxy before you have to go around the storm to get to the other side. That is the world. So, like I said, this is the Grand Ghost. It's a homebrewed, really homebrewed to hell world. And like I said earlier, when this big bad nasty storm popped up, actually here, Ah, he's scary. He's mean. This one also, this is kind of like a topographical map, a little bit. One big scary storm popped up. A lot of weird things happened. And it was basically a massive wild magic surge. Like, on a massive and huge scale that caused the entire planet to become kind of Bermuda Triangle-y. So, basically, just all magic in general became a chance to be wild magic. But Fey magic functions differently from the normal magic, and it isn't affected by the storm because it gets drawn from the Feywilds. So that's why all of them were like, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go hide. We don't want to deal with you guys. We don't want somebody accidentally blowing our heads up or something. And that's why they retreated into this Feywoods. So mechanically, how that works is that we draw 2 numbers. Between 1 and the max number is the player character's intelligence ability score. So 2 numbers between those are generated, and if it generates the same number, then bam, wild magic happens. And that's mainly just on main spells so that we aren't like fucking everything over all the time. It's mainly on main spells, but if it's cantrips, if they do damage, it'll count for them. For healing spells, if you fail to do it, like if you fail, you get duplicate numbers. Your healing spell, it does half of the healing that it was supposed to do. So instead of trying to heal somebody and you accidentally cast Fireball directly in their face, it just does half of the intended healing. Which, if it's a really dire situation, that could be bad. And what is it? Wild shape. Wild shape is the same, but instead it's going to be based off of their wisdom. And if you fail your wisdom rolls for it, so you failing being you get 2 numbers that are the same, you get turned into a random creature. You don't turn into what you want to be turned into. And the same thing works with Speak with Animal. Like, Speak with Animals is supposed to just work, but you still have to fight against the wild magic to do it in this. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You don't get to speak with them as intended. It doesn't work as well. It's like you're trying to talk to a toddler. But that's basically it for the main whole thing. So, our little party, because like I said, this has been going on for, I checked my fake watch, a year and a bit. We've got a lot of stuff that we've done, so I'm going to do a quick little overview. So, our party, we opened up with each of the party members. They were traveling on a charter ship that was going between Gyari and the Cyan Kingdom. Not between, like, from one to the other, but passing between the strait between them. Probably going over to the Aemon Isles or something like that. But all of them were on this charter ship for different reasons. And in the middle of the night, this ship gets stopped, and everybody aboard is ordered onto the top deck. And nobody knows what's going on. It's dark, it's rainy, it's not that fun. And when they get there, they see that everybody that is on the ship is getting lined up, and their ship is getting boarded by a crew of pirates. And these pirates telling everybody to get in line, and they're walking around picking through everybody and basically picking and choosing specific people. So some of our party members, they went up willingly. One of them, she tried to stay down below, but one of the pirates went and yelled at her to get up there. And she put up a little bit of a fight, which had the unintended effect of the pirate being like, I like your spunk. We're gonna keep you around. So, she got chosen. And The other people were chosen by this Eladrin elf that was walking around picking people out. She was kind of sizing people up, which is kind of funny since she was like 5'3", and a lot of people were taller than her. But she sized a bunch of people up, picked out the rest of the party, brought them to her captain, who, here, is Captain Deal. She is a purple tiefling. She is a storm sorcerer. She's very strong, very sexy, if I might say. And she was ordering everybody to line up, pick these people, get them on their boat, and that's how the party joined them. And the main story is the party with this pirate crew that enlisted them, thumbs up, to join them. Though they were told that, like, hey, we just need you to do this one job for us. We had mercenaries that we hired to do it, but they got killed. So now we're short people. So you're our new people. And once you do this job for us, we'll just take you anywhere and just drop you off that you want to go. Like, free ride. Free ride. You just tell us where you want to go. We'll drop you off. No problem. So, that's basically the first session of it. Everybody met each other. They were allowed to go to sleep. After people met each other, then they went to beep beep Cyan Kingdom, where they met to a place called Silverkeep. At Silverkeep, they were how to ban mods. At Silverkeep, they were instructed that they were supposed to be meeting with I think he was a halfling named Rye, who was kind of like an informant that the pirates were getting information from. And they have been getting information from him because he's kind of important. He's like the main info dealing guy for the world. Who he talks to them. He tells them like, oh, I'll be able to get your information for you in a couple days. I need to talk to some people, pull some strings. Some of the party members ask him some questions. He says that he can get them answers too. Also, the party doesn't go by themselves. Every time that they're set ashore, they're instructed to take 2 of the crew members with them. Whoever they pick, whoever they're most comfortable with, they can pick. As long as they're taking 2 with them, just to make sure that they don't just run away before their job gets done. Because that's not good. It's not chill. So they go to Silverkeep, they talk to him. He says, I can get your stuff for you in the morning. They all chill. People go around exploring the place, going shopping, because Silverkeep is a very large trade center in the northern part of Cyan Kingdom. They worship Amonantor. I think that's how you say it. He has a really hard name. He's a sun god. So his effigies, his stuff, it's all over the place. They go shopping and stuff. They go back to the ship. While they were shopping, though, some of them noticed some weird things. Some missing people posters. Some wanted posters. Somebody noticed a reward poster for pirates that they tried to cash in on. Didn't work out. So then they come back the next day. Rye is not there. He is late to their meeting because somebody that they met the day before in the market is missing. Her stall is destroyed, torn apart. She's just gone. There's no trace of her. She, poof, didn't go home last night. The party finds out that it's Jeannie, who is Rye's daughter, who they talked briefly to before. She was selling them flowers. It was very cute. She's gone missing. Rye said, I'm sorry, this is kind of more important than your shit. I need to find my daughter. Tries to do that. The party goes on their own mission to try and find her. They run around the whole town for a couple of days, end up following some leads, talk to some orphanage lady, talk to some kids, and most of the party, minus one of them and the pirate captain, because she did not want to go in the sewers. So the pirate captain said, I will stay with you. You don't have to go. The rest of them found themselves in the sewers, crawling around, found these creepy-ass monsters that were kidnapping people and basically wrapping them up in cocoons and eating them, saving them for later. All the likes. They end up fighting those. They find Jeannie in their nest. They take Jeannie. She's very weak and frail, but she's not dead. She's okay. They take her back to her dad. Things get situated. There's some in-party fighting and arguments that happen, but it's okay. They go for drinks after. Don't worry about it. The next day, they come back. They're finishing up their things. Have a little party. We did it. And this massive queen of the nest of the monsters comes out of the sewers, and they have to fight her in the middle of the town. Which doesn't seem like they're going to win. She's big, she's buff, she's strong. She looks like a massive spider, but with a lady, and it's weird. And in the middle of fighting her, somebody that they had talked to beforehand, also who ran the apothecary in town, her name was Mora, opened a dimension door in one of the walls and came out of it and just one-shotted the monster for them. And basically yelled at them and said that she was busy. Why did they waste her time with this? After talking to her, she leaves. She tells them about something called the Trusted Caverns. And they take that information and what they took from Rye. They get back on the boat. They tell Deal, who is the captain, everything that they know. And they go back to traveling on the sea. Which they go up to Nimai, stop for a night. They have to pick up some supplies. They do some ring fighting. It's kind of funny. They get money. They buy some alcohol from Nimai, like a lot of alcohol, by the way. From Nimai, they go up to Gyari, where they meet with a contact they were told about, whose name is Free, or at least that's what she tells them it is, who gives them a bunch of information that they wanted, tell them how to get to where they want to go, which happens to be into the Feywoods. They're not supposed to go there, by the way, but they want to go there. At least one of the members of the pirate crew does. And she tells them the fastest way to get there. They don't go the fastest way, but it's okay. They get there eventually. And she, before that though, she tells them about more than the Trusted Caverns. She tells them about a whole slew of people and organizations of the like, and then sends them on their way. And they go to the Feywoods, where they're not supposed to be, experience hell, and crawl out of it. So they have to go there. 2 nights into being there, 1 night into being there, I think. It doesn't stop being night. The sun never comes up. It's perpetually dark. The moon's always there. They don't know what's happening. Further along, they experience these weird, terrifying, very visual nightmares that is very, very specific to them. Very terrifying. They almost want to quit. They don't quit. They keep going. They get closer and closer to what's called the Glade that sits in the middle of the Feywoods. They weren't told really why they want to get there, except some of them knew, because one of the crew members that they were with, her name was Olivia, had wanted to go there because she had some unfinished business that she wanted to get back to, and she couldn't go alone, and they needed the extra manpower. So they go there, they bring her to the Glade. On their way there, though, she ends up getting stuck in a trap and seemingly moonbeamed into dust. Just gone. She's just gone. There is no more Olivia. And the party, who now know at this point that she wanted to go there because she had some business with a god she needed to talk to, who happened to be her mother. And they think that that's the reason why she just got out of existence. So they go to the glade with the intention to find her and fight her. When they get there, they do get to talk to her. And she basically tells them off and then is like, fine, go do this thing. You'll see what happens. And they get sent back out of the glade. When they come out of the glade, though, they are not in Gyari. Instead, they're in the glade that is on the other side of the world, Lithern Kingdom. Because the glade is actually a doorway into the Feywilds. In this Feywilds door, you go in one. Who knows which one you're going to come out. They happen to come out of the one on the other side of the world, which there's only 2 on this planet. There's only 2. So they go into those Feywoods instead, walk around, find out that's where one of their party members is from, go to his house, have some heartfelt talks. He hears a little nagging in his head, and he's like, we need to go to this place. So they start traveling, trying to figure out what they're supposed to do. He leads them somewhere. Along the way, they find some crazy old, bog witch in her little hut. Buy some weird magic items. One of those things they end up getting is a fairy that's in a jar. She becomes one of their party members. From there, they go to some old, run-down, abandoned town where, wow, they end up fighting a god that's dying, who is corrupted. She's not herself anymore. Her name used to be Roya, but then she all corrupted and mean and evil. Then it was Deirdre. Deirdre tried to kill him. Instead, they convinced Deirdre to stop existing. Yeah, they just convinced her to stop existing, and she said, damn, alright. And stopped. So then they go from there. They do that. The one who was hearing a little nagging in his head has some little visions. Who Olivia, the party member that got whooped out of existence, is talking to them because no, she is not an Eladrin elf. She is an archfey because she's the daughter of this goddess. And she's like, good job, you did it. You guys, wow, you did the task, thanks. And they get sent back to the glade, go through the door, end up at her court hearing thing with her mom, where they basically explained, oh yeah, thanks for fixing that mistake. You helped show that she can lead people to do good things. Because the bad thing that she did was cause the near extinction of all of the unicorns in the world. Because her mother is Larue, the goddess of unicorns and talking beasts and travelers and such. And from some stupid happenstance, her daughter ended up killing most of the things that were her worshipped creature. And that was a no-go. So she got in trouble. Her being in trouble was her being exiled from the Feywilds and the Feywoods and not allowed to come back, and her archfeyness being stripped from her. And so she basically took on the appearance of just an Eladrin elf and was traveling around until she became in contact with the crewmates and started traveling on the ship. And years later was like, I need to go do this thing. I wanna wrap up some loose ends, maybe say hi to my mom, see if I can go home yet, because it's been a long time and I haven't heard anything from her. So they have that talk with her and her mom, where she's like, yeah, I'm not in trouble anymore, thanks. I'm gonna stay here though, you guys can leave. And they're like, damn, alright. They leave. On their way out of the Feywoods, because now they're back in Gyari. That party member also has another little premonition with her, where she's like, hey man, you wanna be a warlock and I can be your patron, that's kinda cool. And he's like, damn sure. And also, one of the other party members, she became a cleric during this too. When they were in Lithern and they had to fight now she's dead kinda, but the dying goddess, she had a little vision where she talked to Istis, and Istis was like, hey bro, How about you stop dying and having a shit time? And she's like, okay, maybe I can. So they're on a trial run with that. But they come back from the Feywoods. They get back to town. And they get back to the boat. Everybody's like, holy shit, we thought you were dead. They're like, why? Come to find out, what they thought was like just a couple of days turned into was actually like half a month in the outside world. Because Feywilds mess up time real weird. So they learn all that shit. They're like, holy shit, okay. Damn, sucks. They have a lot of shit to unpack from all that. But that's fine, don't worry about it. So they go from that back to the boat. They find out, yeah, we also had Free locked up under the boat the whole time too, in the hold, because we thought she caused you guys to go somewhere bad that you got killed at. So we were questioning her. So now we owe her a favor, and that favor is free transportation to wherever she wants. But that catches us up to speed on everything that happened. Now we can officially meet the party and the crew members. Like I said, this is Deal. She's a sorcerer. She's a storm sorcerer. Oh my god, her tits. I didn't mean to zoom in. That was just a gut reaction to accidentally zooming in. This is Deal. She's a purple tiefling. She's their captain. Yeah. She's sexy. She's socially awkward, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. Storm sorcerer. Very strong, very cool. This little fuck. His name is Moss. His name is Moss. He's a cobalt. He is, because chat is delayed, it's really funny seeing all of the hello mommy messages when it's on Moss now. It's very funny. This is Moss. He's a cobalt. He's based off of a real lizard. I can't remember what it is anymore. When I tweet pictures of everybody later on the Twitter, I will have a little blurb about them and I'll show what actual lizard he's based off of. But this is Moss. He's a thief rogue. This is Ziva. She is a raven. Goodbye, baby. She is a raven Arakruka. She is a swashbuckler rogue. She's cool. She really likes trinkets. She collects a lot of things. Most of her time is spent in the crow's nest of the ship. That's where she spends her time. She kind of abandoned her room on the second deck of the ship to live up there. But she's neat. She's chill. This is Olivia. Or this is Olivia in her Eladrin elf form. She was a Circle of Dreams druid. She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. She talks to everybody. Sometimes she's everybody's friend. Don't worry about it. This is her true form. A fun little bestie. Archfey. Love her. Kinda baby god now. Only to Flint, who is one of the party members. Like I said, her mom is LaRue. So she has a horn and everything. This is totally not based off of the last unicorn at all. Do not at me. Then Mooncake. Mooncake. I love her. My cat, my best friend. I love her a lot. She is also a swashbuckler rogue, but also a bard. She's dual classed. I love her a lot. She's really cool. She's very cynical. She's basically the New Englander in this campaign. Here's her again. She's my little cat. I love her. Everyone's favorite friend, yes. She's very Scottish Irish. She's a cool cat. Haha. Then we have a Powell. Oh, why is it all the way over there? Hello? That's fine. It can sit in the corner. Oh, there it is. Powell. Everybody's dad. He's the DILF. He is Yep, there it is. Crow is barking in chat. This is Powell. He is a barbarian. He is so sexy, so cool. Yep, they're all thirsty for him. He is actually the first mate of the ship, so he's in charge along with Deal. And he kinda, before she got zoomed away and became an archfey again, was kinda the like a role model and caretaker for Olivia. Then we got bunnies. Oh my gosh, bunnies. Nero, who's the one with the black fur, the white hair. He is... Oh my god, pal, how did you know that I was leaning over so far? He is, yeah, they're everybody's parents. They're married, they're in love. I love them a lot. Nero's he's a bard. He's cool, he's fun. He usually functions as like a navigator on the ship. And Yuri, his partner, they are a cleric. They're chill, they're laid back, they're nice. Like I said, they're in love and they take care of everybody. Look at this, they're in love. We love bunnies who are in love. They're married. And this is their boat. This is the Grand Ghost. It's got all these things. It's labeled. You can see everybody's rooms. There's the main deck, Powell and Deal live. And then underneath is where everybody else is. And it's called the Grand Ghost. They don't have a lot of trouble though, because it looks like all of the other merchant ships from somewhere. Looks like the merchant ships from somewhere, that's for sure. Maybe you'll find out later. But yeah, that's intro. Now, the party is going to introduce themselves.
Right, so hi, I'm Arly. I'm too old to care anymore. I'm a wood elf. I'm from the forests of Nina Fey. That's really it about me. Before now? Oh, nothing that interesting. I mean, traveling about, trying to pay as little as possible, because I don't have any money. Which is why I'm here, just taking advantage of that free travel we were promised at the beginning of this. I mean, doing a bit of scallywagging isn't all that bad if you get to get around for free. But yeah, that's really it. Nothing super interesting about me. Can I go now? Good. Oh, and one last thing. I'm played by Crow. She's she/her pronouns. She's much cooler than me, but I'm leaving for real this time. Alright.
Hi, I'm B Maestro. I am a bard, I guess is the right word for it. I use she, her, and they, them pronouns. I'm a bugbear. I stand 7'3" tall. I'm 26 years old. I am not one for adventure. I'm not even one for travel. I've been working at my mom's tavern over in the Mua Islands since I was old enough to work. So I'm certainly not enthused about being captured by a band of pirates and worked into their crew. But I'm out here to help someone, to help someone with something. So, and there are other people on this crew with me. I guess you could call it crew that need my help as well. So I'll do what I can. Yeah.
Hi, I've been told it'd be helpful to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Flint, and I'm, well, older than you think. But I look like I'm in my 20s. My pronouns are he, they, and I'm a nature genasi barbarian. I have light green skin with pointy ears and yellow eyes. My hair is sort of like a mousy brown. It's pretty wild and unkempt, and it comes to right below my shoulders. I have these big, large, deer-like antlers on top of my head that I decorate with different beads and feathers and bones and pretty much anything I think is cool and won't weigh me down. I typically wear hide armor and furs, and I have a dark green tattered cloak that covers down to about my upper thighs. I have this white oval wooden mask that doesn't have any facial features except for the eye holes. I am 4'7" unless you count my antlers, and then I'm 5'8". Before I was brought aboard the ship, I lived my life in this great forest in the middle of Lytherin. I have not been around most civilization or really many people in a very long time, aside from the Fae and generally forest folk. Much has changed since I left my forest to seek answers for something that happened when I was young, and I had nowhere to really start, so I aimlessly looked around, but now that I've been brought aboard the ship, I'm really hoping it will lead me to where I need to be. Maybe this is a sign or fate or something. I'm played by Casey, whose pronouns are they, them, but is comfortable with anything else too. They could not decide on a character voice, so don't be shocked if and when my voice changes. I hope you enjoy and have fun with us.
Hey, I'm Poppy. I'm a cleric of Chaunty. I'm a fairy from the woods. I'm a little hefty, so my wings get tired a lot. I think I'm very pretty, and I have a name for each of my freckles. I recently cut my hair myself, so it's super short now. Let's see. I'm a she. My favorite color is periwinkle, and I think I'm 25? Things have changed a lot since I was rescued from a witch by my new friends. I'm still kind of wondering what each day is going to be like, but that's kind of the fun of it. Poppy is played by MJ.
Well, hello there. Pleasure to meet ya. My name's Rat. Oh, I go by she, her pronouns. My player is Phoenix, but you can just call them Nyx, and they use they, them pronouns. Well, look at you with all the questions. Well, if you must know, I'm a pink tiefling around like 5'10", 27 years old, and I got a nice ombre going on. Like, it starts in a wineish berry color that fades to like a nice pink at the ends, and 2 curved turns, normal tiefling stuff. Oh, well, I'm a few things. I'm a rogue, I'm a bard, insanely gorgeous, the usual. My backstory? Well, that's a little dark. Kinda kill the mood, But who knows? Maybe you'll find out if you stick around.
Holy shit, D&D. Ooh, spooky, spooky. I hope that isn't too loud. Hello? Oh my god, we did it. It is such a wall of text, oh my god. Okay. Is this loud? Is this too loud? I can turn it down. There we go. Okay, Boo, I'm gonna unmute. Boo.
go.
Okay.
Boom.
That's
Right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, you
let's
should go.
Hi.
Let's go.
Hi. Hello. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
This is a hello.
Hello.
Oh
My
my
God,
Hello.
we're alive.
Hi.
That's so scary.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
God.
My
It's so
God.
loud.
How
Oh, sorry.
am
No,
I?
no, it's how my computer was set.
Oh.
Oh.
Now I know what everyone out there is saying. We're over an hour in and we haven't played the game yet. Don't worry. That's how it is all the time.
That's how it usually happens.
That's how it usually goes.
That's how it usually is.
Let's go.
Oh shit.
Oh God, hold on. I'm gonna make sure that I didn't turn things up too loud.
Oh, so that's why my thing wasn't blinking. It's because there was a time delay, and I was like,
Yeah.
everyone's
time
talking
delay.
and their thing is going. What's going on? But I
delay
was like,
can be
oh
a
wait,
little-
I'm a moron. Discord, the thing, whatever this place is called.
Not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna say, "Oh wait, I'm immortal," and oh shit.
I'm
Okay,
immortal.
all right.
I'm
Fuck.
immortal.
There was a delay
Okay,
because I'm
good
immortal.
Good to know.
Good
Yeah, I'm gonna
to
put
notice.
I'm gonna put that on my resume.
Putting that in my notes, actually.
Putting that
Oh,
in my
I
notes.
wanna
No
put that
known weaknesses.
on my resume.
No,
What is
no,
your
no.
HP, real quick?
Entirely
just
invulnerable.
infinite. Shit. Okay.
Infinite shit.
Alright,
Okay.
alright.
Yeah, turns out Poppy is like a CR 50. We never knew.
I mean,
Poppy
fairies do live for a obnoxious amount of time, don't they?
Oh
Yeah, I think so.
You live obnoxiously long.
Turns out she just has no idea how to like
Oh my God.
kill people.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay, who wants to play D and fucking D? Oh my God,
Huh?
D's and D's.
What?
Oh my fucking God, D's and D's.
D's and D's.
D's nuts.
Oh no.
And we've
All right,
already
I'm-
broken
all right.
TOS.
All right, I'm sorry.
All right. Shit. Shit. Yeah.
Oh God, it's gone.
Lay to rest.
Bye.
Lay to rest.
okay.
These nuts on your face.
Actually,
hate her.
never mind. We're ending for that.
We're in
Random
that's
because
okay,
of that.
that's okay. I think
Thanks for joining
Here, it's a
us.
different screen now. You can't make that joke.
I can't.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. There it is. Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
shit. Shit.
Ah, shit.
These nuts.
God.
These nuts.
Oh
Fuck.
God. Oh God. We're in an eternal loop.
Okay.
We're
okay,
stuck.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Day 2 boat.
Day 2 of
Hi,
boat
everyone.
because you did exactly one day of
One
boat
day.
last time.
We did
We
one
said,
day of
oh,
boat.
we can do all of the boat travel in one session, and then we did one day out of 10.
We did one day
Yeah.
boat.
Did we already recap? But day 1.
Every
Basically, like, fast.
Okay.
If you want to recap day 1 as per
We were
tradition,
following-
go.
We were
Yeah.
following directions and not listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can recap day
Yeah.
1.
Thank you.
Or at least I can recap what. Yeah.
Yeah, recap last time. Let's go.
Okay, so last time we got back. It's a boat day 1 out of 10, and we were like, "Hey, we've been missing for like a month or whatever. How's it going, everybody?" And everybody was like, "Okay, you fuckers." And so some of us had earlier wake ups than others. Some of us slept in because we have, not like properly slept in a bed in a really long time. I was like, oh, I went to go talk to Deal. I had to go find Deal. Deal was in the map room with Nero? Yes.
I think it
Or
was
were
both.
they,
It was
were they
both
both
of
in
them.
there? I think I was gonna say both the bunnies.
Yeah, they were in there with both the
Teal
bunnies
and
and
Free. And
sexy free.
sexy free, and they were like, oh my fucking god, please just pick a location, because they kind of low-key beat the shit out of Free briefly and kept her in jail, and she was like, okay, you fuckers, now you owe me one, and they're like, oh, okay, you're right. So they owe her some travel, and she was basically like sitting there going, I wonder where I want to go for 2 hours. And Theo was like, SOS, please. And Arly was like, I want to chat with you, but also like this seems like it's taking a long time, so I guess I'll help with this briefly. And Free was like, I want to go here, and pointed to like Upper Gyari, Lower Ninafe border area, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
I wrote it down as Drewwood.
Yes.
That's where she wants to go, in Northern Gyari. And they're like, what's there? And she's like, we're like, oh,
Would you like to know?
You know what? It's
Would
been
you
2
like to know, Weather Boy?
hours.
Would you like
hours.
to know, Weather Boy?
I'm done with that. So she finally picked, and they're like, fucking finally. And then I was like, hey, Jill, BTW, this is what happens. And then I gave another recap of all of the stuff that happened over the course of Baywoods.
Yeah, you gave an in-game recap.
I did an in-game recap. Oh my god. And she was like, that's a lot of information. I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Imagine how tired we are. And then I was like, this is what I need to do at some point, so once we do that, I gotta do that. And she was like, okay, sounds good. And then who else got up early? I think Flint also had an early morning. Or was it
I got up early and had a panic attack.
Yeah, you had a panic attack. Kind of fun.
I don't think Flint got up too early. I think he just kind of like vibed for a bit. As per
Yeah.
usual.
Turns out when you accidentally vanish for a month,
Oh yeah.
you start to think that maybe your mom might think that you're dead because you just stopped writing any letters, lost all contact, and just vanished for a month. Just like and
Oh
that
yeah,
a
there was
whole-
the whole thing about walking around crying trying to mail a letter.
It was a whole big it was a whole big fucking runaround because all the fucking mail stuff was in Deal's office.
All of the stuff was in Deal's locked office.
Because nobody else keeps
Oh yeah, I stole Deal.
fucking shit keeps any goddamn stationery.
And then Rat was just so upset, so distraught.
And then I was just hanging out with Rat, and Rat just
We had an awkward conversation as always.
Yeah, Rat just spiraled B further in.
Yeah, it was great.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, it's not like pirate ships are gonna have printing presses on board that they're gonna need to be stocking up
Maybe.
for.
Maybe.
I would love a 7-page letter.
Yeah, I did. I wrote a 7-page letter because maybe in previous letters I kind of understated the sort of situation I was in. So I laid it out kind of plain. I probably didn't mention that I didn't mention the god. I didn't mention any encounters with gods or anything.
Yeah. We did tell. We had to tell everybody about God killing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way,
And-
we just told a god to die, and she was just like, "Damn, all right."
yeah, we did convince a god to die. That happens.
The normal Tuesday
Did we
morning.
forget to cover that in the whole thing? We convinced a god to die.
I definitely told Deal. Don't worry. Don't you worry, your pretty little mind. I definitely
Deal kind
did
of just
that.
like stood at you, one eye blinking at a time, was like, "Damn shit."
Lizard blinking.
Lizard blinks. That's a lot of stuff.
that was
You
my
sure did
first
just
day.
tell me something.
Sure did speak to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically, you mapped out your destination travel route, and then went after an entire day. Yeah, so we're gonna not do what we normally do and sit around and be like, who wants to go first? Everybody pull out a fucking
Yeah.
D6.
Oh,
Oh boy,
You're getting
I love numbers.
assigned ways
Oh my
to go.
god, we get to roll dice.
It's
I love
class
numbers.
time. You're rolling your fucking dice and going
Oh.
in order.
I got a
fucking
3.
yeah. Okay.
I got a
right.
5.
I got a
Leon roll.
6.
Please use the rolls channel still.
We're trying to.
I am.
We gotta. every time we type it before we say it, you say make sure to say it. Every time we say it before we type it, you say make sure to type it. We're trying our best here, man.
Let's see if everybody gets a different number. Come on, don't fuck this up, Nix.
That's because there's already one person, Nix, who doesn't do one of them.
Thank God. 1,
What?
2. Yeah, can you say that your number out loud?
A 1!
See, there it is, the one person, every single time.
So maybe I stand corrected. I learned my lesson.
You learn your lesson. I say things because they mean something.
Amazing.
I'm sorry.
I want you to know, I did not say it. Didn't say it aloud because I was panicking trying to find out where the rules channel was. Staring like an old man.
Alright, old man.
Here.
I'm taking your avocados.
Alright, let's go back to the nursing home, Grandpa.
Okay, Grandpa. Back to bed. Okay. So we are on day 2. We go Rat, Flint, Arly,
fuck.
Poppy, and then B. B is last. Fuck you.
Yay! I better make it a good
Are we
one.
surprised?
If you don't have anything in your homework that you wanted to do on day 2, just say like a general when you wake up and where you go, and like, yeah, I got up, I go get breakfast, and then I do some chores like organizing like boxes in the hold or something.
You gotta move a box and then put it back.
You move a box, put it back, go fishing for nothing.
I love her.
Oh, mooncake.
Oh, mooncake.
Oh, mooncake.
Oh, mooncake.
My favorite nothing fisher.
Mooncake. Mooncock.
What?
What?
Hey, man.
Hey.
Hey,
man.
We have to end. I gotta go.
I gotta go.
I'm going
Actually,
home. I can't
so
do this
sorry.
anymore.
Flint is first in order. I gotta. My mama said I gotta go.
I gotta go. I gotta leave.
I don't wanna be here anymore.
I hold my turn?
I hold my turn. Excuse me?
Excuse me? What the fuck?
I hold my turn.
Anyways, did you remember to do your homework?
So here's the thing. I have one thing on my homework, and that's it. So.
Of course you do. You know what? Of course you do.
I had this homework for 2 weeks. No, longer. I had this homework for a month, and I filled out one answer.
Well,
Nix was trying to do the homework before you asked.
I took one thing for 10 days?
Ayo, I took a test. I took the test and I filled in one bubble, and that's all I got to fill in because I spent so long trying to make mine perfect. All right, let's go, baby.
So your activity better be perfect.
It better be very fucking interesting.
No, I have 2 things, but the other one's gonna happen later on.
Well, no, actually, you had 3 things. Your first thing was crying over missing Deal's boobs.
Well, here's the thing. That's because day 1 I was supposed to do things with Deal, and then Deal was gone. And I was like, oh.
She was gone the entire day blowing shit up in the forest with Flint.
That's the one thing I gotta do. Don't worry about it. Deal.
Don't worry about it.
You're doing great, Sweaty.
Oh, doing great, Sweaty. Yeah. So Rat wakes up orally. She got her 1 day of sleep again. That's it.
Me up?
Oh, am I waking up? I don't know, man. Am I waking you up?
Depends on how fucking noisy you are, I guess.
Yeah, how noisy is Rat when she gets up in the morning?
Yo,
not.
Beautiful day on the boat.
That's probably Moss. Moss probably wakes up and you hear pat 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 pat. They're very loud rummaging.
Wait, hold on. What was I doing last time? What was I?
Door slam. Yeah.
He's running. Oh shit.
Daddy. You probably hear.
Nothing.
Silence.
Oh, you good? Oh,
Amazing.
shit.
That was so awkward.
Hold
that was
on.
so awkward.
Wow. I gotta go.
Just do your scene because that was so awkward.
Why did I pick
Please.
it up? Jesus.
No, it's
Alright.
getting
Noise
more and more
cancellation.
embarrassing.
Okay. Let's. Fuck.
Were you trying to shake your
The
dice
moment-
bag?
Yes. There's a lot of rustling. My dice bag was all up and in my mic, and it didn't work.
I'm gonna make a worse noise.
Oh my god. Please.
Sorry,
Honestly,
Henry.
he would probably do that. He just got.
Oh,
Yeah, no. So she's very quiet when she gets up. Gets up, goes, has breakfast. She's gonna have an orange. Get fucked. I'm not getting scurvy today.
You're an anti-scurvy ship.
Anti-scurvy. The buns would kill us. Buns would not have it.
They would.
Yeah. Yeah. So she goes, has breakfast. And after that, kind of like goes around, looks around for Deal. Is Deal like on her way to breakfast? Has she seen Deal anywhere or?
Probably.
Probably.
How early do you get up?
Oh, fuck.
I mean,
dude.
you've been a crew member for a long ass time, but you've also been through hell for a month.
Yeah. Not the worst though. It has been worse before. I don't know. I've always said like, oh, she gets up really early, but I don't. Fantasy time, damn.
If you're
How
really
does it
early for a fantasy world, I'd assume that you'd get up like a farmer.
Like the sun is like just
Yeah.
coming up, like
Yeah.
like dawn. Yeah, that's probably it. That's it.
You're like,
nice little sunrise on the ocean.
Oh, it's the sun.
My eyes open. I sit up. My feet go over, and I just walk out. I'm a sim. Time to
Oh
eat
my
breakfast.
gosh, she was doing her sim task.
Oh shit. She said, time to work. I have to go to work.
I have to go to work today.
I have to go to work.
Time to make enemies with child.
Time to punt moss and eat breakfast. Let's go.
Welcome
Punt
to
moss,
Grand Ghost
eat
Smallhouse
breakfast,
Stream.
be sexy. You know, so she goes, has breakfast. She saw Deal on her way. She probably stopped to talk to Deal first. But that would all depend on whether or not I ran into Deal. You can't see it. I'm doing the fucking Chad face. Did I run into Deal?
No, you don't physically run into Deal. You do not run into the boot bus.
Shit.
You do find her though.
Fuck airbags. Okay, I do find her. So is she with anyone? Is she by herself?
Nah, she's probably just fucking like, she got up, she got an apple. She was just kind of like, what?
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 I said, oh god, we match orange and apples. Fruit.
Okay, we get it, you like her.
So sorry.
We get it, Rat is gay.
Shit, no, my character's straight. Don't get it wrong.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine?
Oh my, can you imagine? Could you imagine if the pink tiefling was straight?
Could you look at this pink bitch and say, that's straight?
Mm-mm.
I can't do that crime.
Yeah, so you like pass each other like in the hallway.
Yeah.
And they're like, here.
You know what? I've decided she probably is going to pass by Deal, but just do like this. There's a little like guys, good morning, breakfast, and walk towards food. Breakfast. You know when people are like a zombie when they wake up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah, she's like the exact same way. She kind of just gives you like slow nod until she's like taking a bite of her apple.
So you know, goes grabs breakfast. Is there anyone else in the mess hall?
Moss.
He's just fucking standing there, just.
He's T-posing on one of the tables.
I was gonna say that he's standing on a chair staring out the window.
Oh god, it's sad.
I thought you were about to say standing on a chair and staring at fucking rat.
Yeah, no, I like that. He's standing on the chair like...
He's staring at a chair, looking out the window as Mad World plays.
He hears the door open and he just turns around, like stiff. He just...
Oh god, he makes a
Torso
creaky noise.
turns, but nothing else does.
He's like standing there A pose. Ready.
Jesus. Rat looks at him. He goes, "No, I can't deal with you yet." And then goes and grabs food. Good.
He's just like lizard blinking.
Yeah. Oh, fucking lizard blink. She goes, grabs her little orange. Maybe, yeah. Grabs an orange. Maybe like... I want to say toast, but damn. We're on a ship. Okay, I have toast.
You're magic. You're a toast. You can do a toast. You're magic.
You're a toast?
You're the toast.
I'm the toast.
You're toast, kid.
Oh, shit, I'm crispy, dude. Yeah, so I get an orange toast and use my little funny magic to make my toast taste like it has jam on it. Strawberry jam, to be exact. I just looked at that stupid motherfucker's face. God damn. Thank you for the visual.
Staring at you.
God, I'm gonna punt it out the window for real.
Leave him alone. He's just a little guy.
He's just a little guy who rummages through everybody's shit.
He's just a little dude.
Can't open something, scratches it up. He's like the equivalent of that stupid squirrel from the Ice Age movie.
Scrat?
Yeah, he is.
Scrat? Did you say skirt?
Perhaps I did.
Skirt.
Who's to say?
Skirt.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so yeah, she's like eating. She like stares at him. She's biting into her toast. Just kind of like staring. She goes, "What are you looking at? What's out the window?" What?
Slow blinks. Can I have toast?
Jesus. Can you not? You can't make it. And she turns around.
You say you can't make it. He lifts a hand up and does like wiggly fingers.
Do you want magic toast? Is that what you're asking?
Nod.
Yeah, okay, alright. Gets a little man toast, walks over, holds it above him so he can't grab it yet. Now, what flavor do you want the magic toast to be?
Strawberry.
Yeah, do you still want it to taste like toast or just straight up strawberry?
Strawberry.
Toast with strawberry jam? Or just a strawberry, like a fresh have a... Oh, God. You get strawberry jam, amazing! He hands him the
He
toast.
takes it, he eats it in one bite. It's gone. He ate it so fast he did not taste it.
Could you taste that? Did you...
He's just like...
Okay. Yeah, alright. Alright, cool. Nice to see you again, Moss. Really missed this. Really.
His head is fucking rectangular for half a second. He just.
Funny thing is, that was genuine.
Yeah, he nods at you again. Like, little kid wipes his face off with his whole hand.
Okay.
Nice to see you too. Hops off the chair, scuttles away.
Oh, that's cute. At least it wasn't real jelly. Man, it would be so sticky. Ugh. So, as she's like eating her toast, kind of like walks, kind of like pockets the orange type of thing. Like I'll get it later. but toast is the main. And kind of like goes and walks to find Deal. Where is she? Can I go to her, like where I saw her before in the hallway?
Yeah, she's not in the hallway. She's not just standing in the hallway. But she's probably like, yeah, she's probably back in the chart room, just like checking on shit. Like door open, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like I'm gonna go up to the door, and even though it's open, I'm still gonna do the hold on. I don't know if that actually worked.
What?
I don't know if that actually worked. God damn it.
I don't know. Were you trying to make a sound?
Yep, I was trying to do the funny little knock that I used to. Da 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 da, and then waits. It's so much better when my mic doesn't cancel it out.
Turn down your noise cancellation.
I turned up my fucking gain all the way, so I hope that would work, but didn't. But yeah, she does a little da 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 knock, and waits.
Yeah, she's just kind of like they took the map off the table, they put it back on the wall and shit. And just like, she's just standing there like slowly eating her apple, still like half asleep. Oh. Doing the knock, she just turns around and she's like, the door's open.
Yeah, it's formalities. Like,
she shrugs, she reaches behind her, knocks back on the table.
There it is. Been a while since that. How much, if we want to like hop right into this, how much has Powell filled you in?
Powell, not a lot. Willow, so much.
Oh.
So much.
Do I even need a...
I mean, do you want to tell your different perspective on it, or...?
I mean, probably about the same. It was funny. Did she tell you that she died? It was kind of funny.
She might have glossed over it.
Oh my god, okay. And so she sits down. She pulls out a chair and sits down. Alright.
She slowly pulls out her own chair and just plops into it.
Alright, Delio.
She's doing the sit.
So get this. Oh, the sit. Get this, Delio. We're in the woods. Freaky woods, by the way. We're in there, and there's this tree, and there's like a silly little riddle or whatever. And she it's like, it's hard to get close to the tree. Somehow she got close. Fucking did it. And then there's like this sap, and you can take it, and there was a whole like poem about it. She probably has it written down somewhere. And she's like, oh, let me figure out this riddle. One way to figure it out, and she just glugged it, and then died. And then we all sat there and said, oh no, revive takes a minute. We can wait. She needs to learn her lesson. So we let her learn a lesson, then we revived her. It's kind of funny. It was really funny.
Was the lesson to not eat random shit?
Yeah, I don't think she learned it though.
Didn't we have to teach Moss a lesson like that once?
We teach Moss that lesson every month, and he just doesn't. I think the only thing that's stopping him from eating random shit is the fact that a lot of the time he comes up and asks for magic flavor of things, and I have to tell him that it's not edible. Whatever he has is not edible. Yeah. But, yeah, no, it was funny. She has some left, I think, Willow. If I remember correctly. Oh, she thinks she has
she doesn't
some...
try drinking it on the ship. I don't want to deal with that.
Oh god, I don't want to deal with that. That's just, I mean, it's easy enough to just like throw a body over, but like, then we're losing a crewmate, and I hate to admit it, but she's like good or whatever.
Yeah, she does have her perks. Not to mention, I think I don't want to get smacked over the head by Yuri about it, so...
Oh, God. Oh god, that story stays between us. Yuri doesn't find out that we, like, let her be dead for a little bit.
No, I don't.
No.
I don't think that they'd like that.
No, they. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It was funny though. Should have been there. Well. Not really. You've heard the rest of the trip.
Yeah, I don't think I wanna.
Yeah, no.
I heard about like eternal nighttime and like
God, the moon was so
nightmares.
weird.
I don't.
Yeah.
Magical nightmares. I don't want that.
No, the magical nightmares weren't great. They were fucking awful, actually. Did how in detail did Willow explain those?
Just that they were very bad. Very horrible. No good time.
She like looks towards the window and she goes, "It's too early in the morning for me to unpack all that. But we'll over a drink, maybe 3. We'll talk about it." Yeah.
That bad. Okay.
No, not great. Not amazing.
Yikes.
Yeah. I don't know how Pow did it. I just But hey.
He bottles a lot of stuff up.
Oh, he does. He's gonna explode one day. And then he'll die. The ongoing joke of Powell's gonna die. Let him die.
Damn.
Give that man a rest.
One day he's just gonna,
Jesus Christ.
You know?
Damn,
Man,
it's gonna be
that
a
guy-
shame when Powell, you know.
It's the only time in his life that he'll feel.
He's really getting up
peace.
there. You know, I
Yeah.
can't. I don't know what I'm gonna do when he, you know.
And he,
Powell,
you know,
yeah. Ooh.
You
God.
know.
Gonna have to bury him in the backyard.
Oh God! Better not be during winter time.
Oh my
Fuck.
God.
Oh God. Where were we?
Yeah.
I delivered the.
He's gonna explode one day.
And then he's gonna die.
And then he's gonna die.
That's the line I delivered.
Either he's gonna he's gonna bottle it up till he explodes one day and then dies, or we're gonna have to take him out behind the shed.
Oh God.
Just
Ugh.
like Lassie.
It's gonna be like one of those sad, like when like a bod plays a really sad song asking for donation for the local shelter, you know?
Oh my God, then you can play a sad song about him.
Oh my God. I can play a sad song. I'm
He
gonna
would love
write
that.
it.
He would love you monetizing his death.
Oh my God, he would. Can you imagine? Best damn performance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, maybe I could like teach B a thing or two and we can make it like a whole like, oh my God.
You could do a little duo performance.
Yeah, about Powell's death. Oh my God.
We just
He
joined
wakes
my
up in
emo
a-
band.
she takes out a book and like little notebook. Down.
This conversation happens and B just wakes up in a cold sweat.
Are you sure it's not?
There's a disturbance in the force.
Powell? Are you sure it's not Powell waking up on a cold? Actually,
Powell's used to it.
Powell will wake up and be like, I feel refreshed.
You know, he's just like laying in bed, just like straight on his back, just opens his eyes and stares at the ceiling. They're at it again.
Wakes up and said, "Damn, I opened my eyes again today."
Another day.
Another day. Day 5,000. 505. Poor man. Poor man.
Poor Powell.
Yeah. That dad just needs a break.
Let him rest.
Let him rest. But yeah, so she's just like, yeah. It's it was a lot, but we'll talk about that later. Put a cap on that and bottle it up like Powell does.
Don't explode like him.
Oh God, no.
I don't know.
No. Well, over a drink or two, maybe.
Yeah.
I open the bottle sometimes.
I don't know whose explosion over it would be more violent.
Oh, the two of us. I don't know, man.
You or the barbarian?
I don't know. Who is more bottled up? I don't know. I vent to you a lot.
That's true.
Yeah. Powell probably does too.
Occasionally.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's him. Regardless. Sorry, I looked at chat. Shut up, Crump. Shut up.
Rat trauma dumping? In my
my
charting
chat?
room?
In my charting room? Look,
You're
you're
trauma dumping in my charting room?
Actually, I said I'm gonna bottle up the trauma dump and we'll talk about it later. I said we're gonna get drunk and talk about it later.
Oh my god.
Actually?
Like
hasn't happened yet? We're just talking about how our bestie's gonna die?
Among Gungus.
Among Us.
Managing like Mungungus.
Yeah, Deal and I have a trauma dump date. That's just therapy.
History of like Mungungus in here.
Damn, I hope the next party member we get is a good therapist. She's not.
I don't know who laughed, but not close enough to their microphone, but it just sounded like static. Man, I tried to text you, it's great.
I mean, Poppy's a good listener.
Oh god, I hope Moss doesn't eat Poppy.
Oh my god.
Oh
Day
yeah, that
two.
already almost happened.
Yeah, day 2 of Poppy almost getting eaten by Moss.
Camera pan to Moss scuttling around in the hallways.
On all fours, like a freaking monster. Just
he's running around like a fucking Komodo dragon, just
like a Roomba.
You know when you have a cat and you have the fucking laser and you put it up on. That's what it is. That's what it is. Mans be chasing. It's oh god. It's literally like you're playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Because he's so dumb that you'll go into a room and he'll be like, not there. Where?
What is it?
Huh? Like hide behind a door and he'll be like,
you're just like a foot above his head. Where is it?
Oh no. Yeah, when you play prop hunt, you stand in the feet. Yeah,
he's
that's
just
it. That's
stupid.
it.
He's just a little guy.
I love him. A little dude.
He's just a little guy.
A little guy.
Please don't kill me, I'm goblin. I only have 3 hit points.
Only have 3 hit points.
Please, I only have just a little goblin. Please. Only have 3 I'm learning this
I
dungeon.
literally... I had no idea who the fuck was doing that voice for a second. That was unreal.
Oh, that was real good.
Thank you.
Yes.
I don't know, I'm starting this dungeon. 3 points, please.
It's my favorite D&D. It really is.
It's really good. It's really good.
Sword does more damage than I have held, please.
Good times.
Good times. Good shit. I don't even know where we stopped.
We're just chatting about stuff.
We're just chatting. We're talking about. We'll talk about that later. Get drunk. Powell's gonna explode. I don't know. So she goes. You've heard all about our funny little trip. There was a plan because I just heard all about the whole live thing.
Yeah.
You see, Liv and I were gonna pull a little funny last prank on you. And I was gonna pretend that she, and then she does like the little like thumb like across the neck thing, like a little like, kick the bucket, and bring back her flute and be like, oh god, And then I looked at you and said, uh-oh. And then I remembered I should probably not fuck with you at this moment. We've been gone for a long time.
Yeah, you've been gone.
It wasn't like a few days. It was
Yeah, it was a lot more than a few days. We thought all of you were dead.
Howell isn't that lucky. Woo! On fire tonight. Woo! But it's so yeah, I decided not gonna do that. She's fine. She's doing good. She got what she wanted. So that's crazy. But you've heard all about our funny little trip. What's been going on here? You had a hostage when we came back. Found that there was a
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it? Or is that a drunk thing as well?
She kind of looks to the side, takes a bite of her apple.
Drunk thing. Got it. Got it. I'll reschedule, pencil you in. A bottle of Fantasy Henny. Alright, sorry. What is Deal's choice in alcohol? I need to know.
No, I don't know.
Ah, fuck.
We're on a pirate ship and we're drinking Hennessy?
You might not like this. Mike's hard. I'm sorry.
No.
Confrontation.
No.
Deal's
not a pussy.
Absolutely not.
That's like
Deal's
that's
like
like
enough alcohol to make it taste bad.
That's
Deal's,
like what
Deal's a woman of taste. Deal probably drinks whiskey, given that she's a pirate.
I would say that like I was gonna say whiskey's probably good. I would say
Or
probably
brandy.
Mike's hard would be
Or
like
rum.
I don't know, Ziva?
You might not like it, but
No.
Coors Light.
I don't think that
No,
I think
shut the
everybody
fuck up.
on-
Ziva drinks
I think
Coors Light.
B would
I think everybody
definitely
on
drink
the group
Coors
has
Light.
taste
B
for
drinks
Hennessy.
ginger beer. This is established.
I need to know because I was gonna say, Mike's heart is probably Moss, but then I realized that man just is a garbage disposal.
He's just a garbage disposal.
Brat drinks tequila.
Oh, absolutely, she does.
Brat drinks Jose Cuervo. No chaser. It tastes like it smells bad, and Brad's like, delicious.
Yummy,
And everybody's like, that's literally disgusting.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Not even good tequila.
Moonshine. No, I think
really
I
likes
think Flint
wine.
drinks moonshine.
Flint drinks moonshine,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Flint drinks moonshine.
Yeah, you established that Flint makes his own moonshine.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Canonically,
Flint
Flint made his
drinks-
own moonshine.
Flint drinks moonshine, but I feel like would like drink like acetone or some shit on accident. In the
Oh
bed.
yeah,
That
no, it's
wasn't-
not good moonshine. It's the shit
Yeah.
that makes you like go blind. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
And he goes,
Yeah,
ooh, this
Its
is
only
fun.
legal use is stripping varnish off of ships.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
I want to say, oh god, because I've talked about like what she drinks in the past, but I forget what I said. She's definitely a wine person. Out of left field, there you go, bam.
Bam.
Yeah, she's definitely a cocktail person. Funny little cocktails.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Canonically, you have ordered wine before, yeah.
Yeah, canonically, I've ordered wine before.
That's called.
Yeah, that's called it.
Arly drinks Everclear. Next question.
Correct.
Arly either drinks Everclear or like Fireball, but out of the bottle.
Oh, Fireball fucking slaps. Anyways,
Oh my god. Yeah, she, you know, you're like, oh, I'm penciling and stuff. She's like, yeah. She's like sitting there, her like elbows like propped up on like the arm of the chair that she's like been like slowly munching at this apple with. And she kind of just like points at the map on the wall, but in the way that she kind of just like lets her hand flop over backwards and just like vaguely gestures at it.
Yeah, that's that's all cuz of that situation.
And it's like the path charted out for you guys to go north. It's just like, yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you do things. And sometimes they're mistakes. And, you move on. Anyways.
And you deal with it.
And you deal with it. Ha 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 ha.
Shut up.
Alright. A little, like, puts both hands up. Okay. Calm down there. She goes, so, other than the whole hostage situation and thinking we were dead, what's been going on? Anything interesting? Just, normal ship stuff?
Yeah, just normal ship stuff. It's a little morbid.
Oh god.
You fucking waited for you guys to show back up. You didn't show back up in like a few days. We thought it was gonna take like, what, a week?
Didn't we all?
Yeah, it didn't happen. Had the ship like set up ready. She kind of just like motions back out to the hallway. Like, it was set up ready to go. Kind of just left it like that. Why we were able to go so fast? Cause he didn't come back, and we thought that like she sent you guys like some bad way. She like, I don't know, trapped or something, get you guys arrested, or sold you off to somebody else for something.
Off her head.
Yeah. Pawned you off on somebody else.
Little trap or something.
Tried to look for you for a bit. Obviously, you can't fucking... She kind of just puts apple core down on table. It's like, you can't, like, track into the Feywoods. So...
Yeah. It's all a little difficult.
Tracked her down instead, found her. Had a little scuffle. Tense smile.
She takes out her, she writes in her book. Ask about scuffle during talk. Little funny little writing sounds. Okay.
Should I like lay down? Should I like lounge back? Are you like a therapist now? You're like taking notes.
I just notes for us to talk about during, our little drink session,
She kind of like
unpack later.
Scoots her chair out a bit. Turns it around so she can like slouch down into it and like half lay down. Folds her hands.
There you go.
She's like, now I'm in the I don't even know what it's fucking called. The like half laying down chair thing.
Yeah. Oh, speak your mind. Don't be afraid to say anything. I'm here for you, right? I'm here to help you. And she like gets her she like takes her her little pen and like dabs it on her tongue and just sits there like ready to write.
She just kind of like blankly stares at you for a second. She's like, no. Anyways, and just pushes herself back up.
Oh, thank God.
But yeah.
Puts a little look away.
That happened, Threw her under deck for a little bit. Tried to find out some more stuff. And bought new clothes. We were prepared. We were gonna go like north, see if we could find you guys further up. Points at the map again. Going north anyways. Good thing we got stuff.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah, I'm glad you guys didn't give up on look for us, even though fuck we were gone for so long.
Kinda thought you were dead. Didn't want to like assume without proof. But
yeah.
Shrugs. Guys, took any longer, maybe we would have just yeah.
You know, I wouldn't blame you. You waited a very fucking long time. Surprised on that one. That's quite a bit of a time to wait for something that should have taken like maybe a week, 2 weeks to be generous. Yeah, very very glad y'all just didn't ditch us. I mean, I obviously seem pretty dead.
Surprise.
Little hand thing, little like fingers, jazz hand type thing. Missed this. This is, all jokes aside, this is nice. Missed it.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's pretty good having you back.
Did you miss me?
I missed having you babysit Moss.
Oh, God.
She's like
Boss.
stretching. She's like looks over you, smirking a little bit, and maybe just missed you. Yeah.
I missed you too, Delio. But not Red saying, but I missed you, but
You said it. What?
Huh? No, there's no but there. That's me. That's Nyx. That's probably where I would say like end it. Kind of like just like after that, just chatting.
You say but, the little exclamation mark goes off over her head.
Just the what's it called? The Metal Gear Solid noise.
What are you?
But yeah, I'd say like end the actual like talking roleplay part there and just say that they continue chatting and all that fun stuff.
They're just being besties. They're just chatting.
They're just being sexy bitches.
Sexy bitches in the charting room.
Where's Powell? Sexy bitches club. Sexy tieflings.
Staring at the ceiling.
Yeah, he's just like, God, will they shut up?
Just hearing that echoing through the halls.
Yeah.
He's like counting how many Powell death jokes we make. Just like
one.
He hears two. He hears Deal laugh and goes,
Deal starts cracking up. 4.
Yeah, no, that's where my day goes.
Yep.
Obviously, I do more stuff for the rest of the day. I don't just sit and stare at Deal all day.
I mean,
I mean, I would if I could.
Wait.
Yeah, waiting.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
Wait. Where's my
no.
What's the sexiest Deal picture I have?
Sweater.
The sweater.
Oh, actually, the beat up one, the fight one is. They're sexy in 2 different ways. Yeah. That's Yeah. Dude. Oof. It's actually a good thing that Willow found Deal first because boy, does me, Nyx, not take great notes. Boy, am I awful at that.
Be truthful. Did you take notes?
I'd have to look. It's
you
from
think I did that for
forever
shits and gigs?
Yeah, I did that for shits and gigs. I think, maybe. I have to find my D&D book and see if I actually wrote notes in it.
There we go.
But the issue with my notes is usually I open up to a random page and scribble frantically. And then I'm like, fuck, where did I put that? So there's probably like 1 or 2 notes in there somewhere, but fucking who knows if I know where it is.
Deal at the ring fight be like.
Oh god, look at her!
So she rocked my world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Beat the
illegal
shit
taser.
out of Willow. Oh god, she's so great. She's so great.
Sorry, I'm just watching Crow's character light up every time that you move your mic.
Yeah!
Wow, she's doing a little dance.
She's fucking jamming. She's
fucking jamming. Oh my god, look at her.
Right.
Oh my god. Are you tap dancing?
Wait.
Oh.
Bam.
Oh. All I can imagine is the fucking club music playing and she's Woo!
My favorite is the one of her smiling because she's so happy.
It's beautiful.
She's so beautiful to me.
My favorite is all of them.
My favorite's her.
Everything. You know those posters that's do it for her. Oh, well, I made.
You did make one of her.
Yeah, say you have one.
I have one, but in general, that is just all I think of when I say do it.
The deal.
Original meme does not actually go through my brain as only deal.
Only deal. No
Wow.
one else. Only deal.
Only deal.
Only deal.
Ugh. So she's so great. A+ character.
I love her a lot.
What a surprise! Me too.
Oh my god.
Oh, what? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh.
Is that coming from Deal's wife?
Deal's wife?
What?
Oh god.
That's me.
That's you, on god.
That's you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Deal's wife.
Deal's wife.
Oh, yeah.
Jump scare.
What was the jump scare? What happened? What was the jump scare?
Remember whenever you sent it the first time and I turned into a monkey?
What?
Maybe if you were watching the stream.
I am! It's just us lighting up.
Well, you're not watching hard enough.
Oh, I saw it now. Am I that far back?
Are you that far back or are you just not paying attention that hard?
No, I just saw it literally just now.
I was clicking it a bunch of times.
I wonder if I accidentally paused at one point.
Looked up how this happens.
I did try to
Yeah,
type
it's
at one
said
point.
quite a
It
few
started-
times.
It started fucking with my the stream, like pausing it, unpausing it because I clicked off of the chat.
Next up is Flint.
Oh boy!
Wow.
Love
Does
me,
Flint
Flint.
have activities?
Free father.
Father.
Walter.
I think for like, oh, fuck. Ow, hold on, sorry. So I think for the second day, he probably like gets up, goes to eat breakfast. Probably doesn't get up like as early as like Rat, obviously, but like it's like probably mid-morning when he gets up finally. All y'all early risers or whatever.
Funny how the man who lived in the forest isn't one of them.
Okay, to be fair,
Personal offense taken.
No, so I think I've stated this before. He didn't usually sleep for more than a few hours at a time when he lived by himself, and then once he started sleeping on the boat, he didn't feel like he had to be constantly on guard all the time, so that's why he'll sleep for longer now.
Oh.
Because he has other people who will like watch his back, like he doesn't have to just defend himself constantly.
Aww,
Yeah, like that's genuinely why I was like, yeah, he doesn't wake up early all the time now.
Aww.
Oh, so he's fucking
JK,
lazy.
it's wholesome.
Also, he's fucking lazy. He's tired. Let him
He's
rest.
tired.
He
That's my
he has been
dad.
through so much. Let him sleep in.
Let him sleep.
Every day is a Saturday.
That's my dad.
He's sleeping in the goddamn recliner.
Oh God, is he snoring?
Yeah, probably.
Flint, there was a natural disaster headed our way. Oh, I'm gonna go check it out.
That's nice.
I'm gonna go stand.
Outside. Let's stand on the porch.
I'm gonna go stand on the porch.
Hands on hips.
Flint, that's a tornado. You have to come inside.
That's a good one.
That's okay. I'm keeping an eye on it. What are you gonna do, Flint? Fight it?
I don't.
Punches hurricane.
It's a tornado.
It's a tornado.
It's a tornado.
My God,
hurricane
get inside.
It's a later, Flint. Get inside.
Get inside, please.
Oh my God.
Pops.
Please,
He would probably get up, and then he also probably doesn't get up right away because he is probably a little bit sore from getting fucking wrecked via getting beat up low-key by trees and also low-key by Deal yesterday. So
That's true. That's true.
Like, and that's after he had the whole 2 weeks from hell or whatever it was, month from hell. So he is a little slower to get up. But he does when he does, he goes gets breakfast. I think at least for the morning, I don't really have anything planned for him today other than just kind of like doing probably like chores. He probably I was gonna say he probably like tends any wounds that he has, but knowing him, he probably actually doesn't. He cleans them, and that's about it. But he does make MJ, am I imagining this, or am I remembering this right? Did you have Poppy ask him to make her something, like to make her? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't like have a clerical weapon. She's been using a spoon that she found in actually Flint's house.
Yeah. So I think that's probably what he's gonna spend like his morning doing, like while he's in between chores and stuff. He's probably just gonna start carving Poppy's weapon. Did you have something like specific in mind, or do you want me to wing it?
I don't want to like put you on the spot, but yeah, if you'd like to wing it, you can. Or if you'd rather I pick something, then I can pick something.
I mean, he'll probably do like, because she's small. I mean, so he probably just like does a few different like ideas. Like he probably like makes like a cool like staff looking thing and stuff like that. I don't know off the top of my head what you would be proficient in, but let's just pretend I do. So, maybe he makes like a little like a bone dagger out of some of the like teeth or something he has. So I think, or like a spear or something. So like that's probably what he's gonna spend most of his morning doing for now, because my brain shut off and I didn't really have anything planned for today for him. Because I
have proficiencies in simple weapons.
Okay. Yeah, so he probably does like, he would probably make her like a little staff, and then probably some kind of like,
so I can finally do physical damage.
Yeah, makes you like a little staff or something to start with, and then once he sees that you're up and stuff like that, he'll like actually talk to you about if you wanted something specific. But to start with, he probably makes like a fun little staff. I assume that after he kind of hyper focuses on it and like forgets that everything else is going on around him, probably puts like little like honeycomb shapes into it for you. Just because I think it's neat.
Amazing.
But that's all I really have planned for right now for him. But So I can't think of I can't find the notes that I had written down because I wrote them physically and not in a Google Doc like an idiot. And I'm not home right now.
Guess you'll have to go to jail.
Yeah. But I think for day 2, that's what I'm gonna have him do unless somebody else has something to do with him. But he's mostly just gonna like mosey around, at least for the morning, and work on that, do chores.
Nice. You do that.
Hell yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
I bet
It's
it
very
is
enthralling, I know.
a very cute little stuff. Little fairy sized.
Yes.
It's fairy sized, of course it's cute. But yeah. If that is all, we continue.
Okay.
Then we take Arly.
That's actually my name. Just scream a little bit, and I'll come. I'm on my way. I probably wake up pretty early because that's what I do every day in creature of habit.
Good job.
Thanks. I appreciate that. I have done my duty. I relayed my information that I was supposed to do, so I was like, damn. Did my work. My work here is done. So I'm actually going to use my morning. I'm gonna make my cup of coffee. I'm going to add whiskey to it. Whisk.
Is that what happened? Is that what you whisk? Whisk. I said whiskey.
Yeah, I make my whiskey coffee. I sit probably up on the deck on a box, and I'm going to essentially like fingers flip, take a piece of my notebook that's not already full, and try to write down every single thing that happened in the past month, in not note form, in almost narrative format, just every little detail.
Write in a little book.
Write in a little book, and I'm trying to have so there's a section, so if I could tab it and be like, okay, I need to go to the Feywood section of my book. Flip. Oh, it's there. That's so convenient. Now I can just let other people.
Nifty.
Nifty. It's for posterity's sake. That's funny. So trying to get as much of that done as possible, and then while I'm kind of chilling doing that, I do that. It's there for a pretty long time, and the fucking wind blows slightly, and I'm like, I can't see. My fucking hair's in my face. Wait, why is my hair in my face? I haven't gotten a haircut in a really long fucking time. And now I have a goddamn mullet, and it's growing into my eyes, and I'm like, this is not, no. So I'm going to close my book, I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to look for Flint, track him down. And I'm a ranger, so I find him.
I'm a ranger, so I find you on this fucking boat.
I know we're not in my favorite terrain, but
yeah, I'm gonna say it's probably not too hard, regardless of if you weren't a ranger.
I'm a ranger, so I find you so fast. I can't find it, but there is a thing, a clause that's the exact time and size of a creature since it's passing.
Yeah, there's.
I lick the wood of the deck, and I'm like, Flint's been here. I know exactly where he is.
Sniff.
So she no, where where did you end? You just hanging out in the mess hall? You just
No,
hanging out?
I'm just hanging out. Probably like on deck actually. There's a
Oh,
part
okay.
of the
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. I couldn't remember if you said you were still in the mess hall or not. Just gonna like come up to you and slap a hand on your shoulder and be like, Flint, I need a favor.
Okay. No, you go, Flint. He goes, Willow.
I need a favor. I need, like, pulls at the back of her head, and she's like, you can, like, see her hair come off of her neck, and she's like, ugh. This is too long. You think you could cut my hair for me?
He kind of, like,
I don't have any scissors.
He, like, looks up at you, because I imagine he's, like, sitting on the ground when you do this, like, carving, and he, like, looks up at you, and then he just kind of, like, gestures for you to, like, sit down in front of him.
It's like, yay! That was gonna take more convincing, let's go! Like, plops down, cross-legged. And it's just like, you don't have to do anything fancy, just make it shorter. It's gonna get in my eyes, and then once it gets in my eyes, it gets in my bow, and then it's nothing but pain. Suffering. And scalp.
Do you, I'm assuming, like, you still have, like, your braids and everything in front, too, right?
Oh, yeah.
He kind of, like, as you're saying that, he's already, like, combing through your hair, like, with his hands, because he's still a fucking feral motherfucker. He's like, do you want me to trim the front too, or?
Pulls it down so the curls all, like, unroll. Maybe a little bit.
Alright. Yeah, you mentioned, like, scissors, and as he's combing through your hair,
bad.
yeah, shears, sorry. As he's, like, combing through your hair, he just takes the knife. He just takes his knife.
Nice.
And he's like, yeah, you don't need those. And he just starts, like, cutting your hair, like, with his knife. But he surprisingly seems to know kind of what he's doing. Because, haha, plot twist, motherfucker has cut his own hair his whole life. So, like, he's fine.
She's like, you say, like, kind of like, you know, like when somebody's, like, messing with your hair so your head's, like, moving around? Kind of doing that as you, like, probably yank a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Usually I'd cut it myself, but this is a lot longer than it usually gets to before I cut it. Been a bit busy over the past, month.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing what.
Yeah, no, I fuck if you know.
Busy. Yeah, no, definitely not.
I don't know.
Yeah, so he'll sit there and he'll start to cut your hair. He does probably, like, as he's trying to, like, comb through it, he does probably yank a few, like, a little bit, and then you probably hear him kind of, like, go, like, shh, and then, like, he surprisingly gets, like, pretty gentle about it. And he doesn't actually pull too much, even, like, for if you have, like, any knots or whatever. But yeah, he'll cut your hair. He also he also would probably, like, redo your braids for you.
She would
if they're
not
messy
let
at
you.
Okay, I was gonna say he probably would like hover his hand over and be like, "Do you want me to?"
No.
All right, and then goes to like
I'll do him.
Finish just kind of giving you get rid of your mullet.
Oh, cute. I was having a out of character panic earlier today, thinking that was going.
That she was gonna have a mullet.
I mean, maybe with a mullet should look pretty cool, but more like a shag, and I feel like with the curls right now she's just a mess.
It's just too much. It's just too much.
I will say though, because we talked about this once upon a time, because you're so close to her like neck and stuff, you can see the top of her like rope kind of necklace. And because you said it once upon a time, you would recognize that it's a hand binding rope.
Ah. Yeah, I think like as he's like getting further like down your neck to trim up your little like, and I know exactly what your fucking hair would look like because when I grew out my fucking pixie cut a long time ago.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, so he's like taking it section by section, and he would like see it, and I think like there's like a pause, and all you kind of feel, or you kind of hear him go, huh, and then you just feel him kind of move it out of the way. Because
she's wearing a turtleneck, so you can't see like her actual neck. It's just
okay. Right, she's wearing her turtleneck. Yeah, so he can kind of like, because he's trying not to cut your fucking clothes, because he's also doing this with a knife. Like he's not.
I don't have another outfit, please.
Please. No, he's being careful. He is. But yeah, he does kind of like he would take notice of it. I don't know if he would like say anything to you though, just because. I think probably what he would say, like he would, just for the sake of character interaction, I'm gonna make him say something. So yeah, I think he would notice it. He notices it, he lets it go for a few minutes, but he keeps like eyeing it again. He's cutting your hair. And I think he just kind of says, that's a pretty rope necklace you have.
Pat's like slapping the back of her neck like, oh. Tucking it like under, I had to think about Arly's layers earlier to this. It's turtleneck and then the like cardigan.
So fucking many.
It's turtleneck, cardigan, cloak.
Okay.
So she's like shoving it under the cardigan piece, but it's like it's on the top of her neck, so it's not like it's going anywhere. Like it's not stupid. And she's just like, oh, you know, fucking heirloom. Heirloom.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, I had an heirloom like that once too.
Yeah, bet you treasured it.
I did.
Right. Yeah, don't worry too much about it, yeah?
I'm not worried.
See, that's the kind of way that people say things when they actually are worried.
Well, your past is your own. It's not for any of us to know if you don't want us to know.
Yeah, maybe sooner than I kind of would hope, but you know, one day.
Well, that's, I think, more than you would have given me a few months ago, or a month ago, so you know what, I'll take it.
I mean, I'm kind of, you know, looking at, what's it called, not having a choice fairly soon. So, you know, it's...
North?
Farther. Not quite where we're going, but... Pit stop. Pit stop. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Dust the back of her neck. Hair fall off.
Yeah, he would probably... he probably like helps you and like kind of like eventually he does like put like his knife down and he's like, it's like, well, better than it was, I guess.
Does it seem a bit better? Cause can't really see it. I could look in a mirror, but I have to walk all the way to one. I'm out here. It's not me out here.
I mean, I haven't cut another person's hair in a while, but so might be a little bit rusty considering. But
how could you? You've given me a shit haircut, haven't you?
yes, absolutely.
How could you? I trusted you. My God.
You know, maybe there's just more. And he kind of like ruffles it a little bit, and he's like more layers than normal.
Like some of it falls on her face. She's like, "Ugh, thank you."
Yeah. I had to get it out of there somewhere.
Yeah,
Mess the curls back here.
Yeah, whatever. Genetic. Blame my mother. Yeah, my father. I guess that's how genes work. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'll carving though.
He's like, yeah. Poppy apparently wanted a different weapon aside from a spoon, so.
See, that could be a thing. Clerical focus?
Yeah, I guess.
Look at you taking on the big job.
I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work. That's up to her to make that work. I'm just making the physical thing.
Of course. Yeah, well, good luck with that.
Hey, I actually might need your help with something later on.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Makes a good face. Ooh. Alright. Like what are we talking about here?
And he kind of like smirks a little bit, and he like he reaches his hand up and he flicks part of his antler. And he goes, "These are gonna need to be trimmed down sometime soon."
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Can I keep them?
Yeah, I don't care.
Can you? Makes it go face. Can you? No, it's fine. I can carry them. It's fine. I'll just strap them to my backpack or something.
Well, yeah, I don't need you to cut the whole thing off, so.
No, of course not. You know, just the tips. Starts like tapping your antler. Just the tip part, like a really nice pen.
You can do whatever you want with them. I don't really care. That just keep. They just get tangled up eventually, so they're getting to that point.
I feel. And she like ruffles her own hair. Yeah.
Yeah. And he like goes.
A little short.
Yeah, they he's like, and he kind of goes back to carving and stuff. He's like, though I assume you probably would have found it pretty funny the few times I did get tangled up in trees from him. So.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll let you keep that mental image for yourself.
It's gonna be a physical one day. I'm fucking calling it now.
You're probably right. It's happened on more occasions than I care to admit.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Forest is a dangerous place, you know?
Yeah, forest is a dangerous place, believe me. I know. Well, I'll let you professional. I didn't mean to take up too much of your time.
That's fine.
Just need a haircut. You know?
That's fine. I'm not really got much going on today anyway.
You deserve it. I'm gonna go sit over there. Points to her box. I'm gonna be over there. Over on the bench.
Over on the bench.
I'm gonna be over on the bench. If you need anything.
Alright. And yeah, he he'll like let you do your thing, and he does go back to carving. I do think it's really funny that she just like came over and was like, I need my hair cut, and just completely ignored the fact that he probably has like a fucking black eye and a singe mark or whatever on him somewhere.
Nah, that's a conversation for another time. She needed a haircut. That was the important part.
She's like, I need this now so I can continue to walk. Yeah, she's like, I need this now so I can continue to write. This is the most important thing.
She probably saw it and just like assumed it happened at some point over the month, and she just had noticed until just now.
Yeah.
That's
good.
No, I can't do this right now. I want to finish the book.
I need to finish doing this.
And she goes back to her bench, and that's where she spends the rest of the day.
Perfect.
Probably gets the book done by the end of the day.
She was over on the bench.
She was over on the bench.
The bench.
That's my dad.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dad. Shout out to my dad.
Shout out
to my dad.
Flint needs to call Arly sport.
Needs to call Arly sport.
Or champ.
Flint's like, oh, sport. And she goes, ah.
Or bub.
Just immediate.
Bub.
Just, oh, that's really funny.
For a while, I almost had Flint call a few people kiddo, because that's what my dad calls people. And then I was like, no. I'm not letting him go. That's it.
Call me kiddo, see what happens. Call me kiddo, see what happens.
Please,
see what happens.
Please, I want to see what happens when someone calls me kiddo.
It'll probably slip at some point anyway, but I just want you guys to be aware. It might happen.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I forgot I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember. It's fine, don't worry about it.
It's okay. A single tear.
God. Not saying he used to cut his daughter's hair, but he used to cut his daughter's hair.
Shut.
That's why I asked for. Anyways.
Yeah, I knew. I figured.
More than a single tear.
Damn it.
Fuck him up.
Puppy.
Yes.
Puppy's turn.
Puppy!
Okay.
Puppy!
Go, you little fly, go!
No, you got... It's poopy now.
Oh.
Yeah, fucking fear shot through me when you said that, because for some reason I thought that there's still one person before me, so I was like,
oh,
wait,
no.
what?
Your turn.
Luckily, I have my notes.
Homework. Good for you.
God, I love notes.
I'm so happy for your brain
I
cell.
love notes.
So yeah, for the first time, this whole time, Poppy has actually had a decent night's sleep, because she has never been on a boat before. She's never even seen the ocean, so being on a boat is kind of awful to her. Until I believe it was Flint who gave her a coat that still kind of smelled like the forest, and she was finally able to sleep. So yeah, she basically just like slept the whole day the other day, and so yeah, she's going to get up probably quite late. And what shall be the first thing that I do? I believe the first thing that I shall do.
Look at you with multiple things.
Oh
Wow.
like you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The cleric versus the bard. First thing I'll do is, well, first I'm going to always be flying very high while I'm within the hulls of the ship, because I don't want a certain small-scaled creature jumping up like that one scene from Godzilla 2000 and just like stomping me with like leaving my wings spinning away in the air like the helicopter.
Godzilla 2000.
Oh my god.
Yep, Godzilla 2000.
We're gonna get jazzed.
You're gonna get jazzed.
You're gonna get
You had an
jazzed.
experience like late in the night. You're like, oh, I need a cup of water. Like got up and you like go out in the hall, and he's like at the end of the hallway standing there. You like try to fly past him, and he just starts like scuttering after you.
Oh no!
On all fours, running down the hallway, bumping into the walls.
Oh, that is fucking Poppy's worst fear. So yeah, I'm always going to be flying very high in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the sea dinosaur. Yeah, first thing I'm going to I'm very excited for my staff. So I'm gonna check up on Flint and see what and checking on that.
Alright. I'm still on
So-
the deck, baby.
Yeah, so Poppy's just going to kind of descend from the air and just like land on your head.
Amazing. Do I hear you coming?
I don't know. What's your passive perception?
14.
Alright, I'm gonna roll a stealth.
You're trying to be stealthy.
Okay. That. Oh. Well, that's a 10.
Amazing. I hear a little fluttering. I don't move.
Oh, so you just.
I let it happen.
Poppy
Like, I let it happen.
Just like hops up on your head, like trying to scare you.
He's like, ah. Hi, Poppy.
Did I scare you?
Did you want to scare me?
Yes.
Then you absolutely terrified me.
Yes. She does like a fist pump thing. Hey, so I was wondering. How's my staff?
Well,
she's like practically vibrating.
And he kind of like holds it up so you can see it. And so I'm kind of picturing, and like you and Faun can work out the mechanics of it, and like what does and doesn't fly. But he kind of like holds it up. It's fairy size. It's you size, but it's like I was kind of picturing like a I guess like a quarterstaff sort of, but on one end it almost looks like a I think they're called like honey spoons, right? Like
the like the weird like a kind of what do you call like beveled or ridged?
Yeah.
Yeah, those things.
Yeah. So on one end it kind of looks like that, and there's like some detailing in it. It's not like super detailed because he's not like a artisan or anything, but he did try to put like a couple little like honeycomb looking designs in like the actual staff part, and then on the other end I assume he probably put like a Cheerios bee stick, yeah. And then on the other end there is I would say it's probably made of some kind of like bone, but it's like a little almost spear, and my thought on that was basically like a stinger.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm going with the bee theme here, and I'm sticking with it.
Oh my god. Yeah. Like instantly Poppy like just snatches it and is immediately
okay.
just like enamored with it. She's just she's just like whack, and is immediately just like, this is amazing.
It's like, yeah, I don't really know. You can probably like use your channel your magic through it. I don't really know how to do that. But that is a thing I have seen people do. But I figured I'd at least give you the option of being able to stick or smack someone with either end.
She's like just completely staring into it as she just says, I will stick and smack everything.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah. He's like,
Thank you.
He's like, oh, yeah, of course. If it,
thank you, Flint.
If it breaks or anything, I'll make you a new one. Don't worry about it.
I will never let it break.
Okay. It's like, I'm glad you like it. And I haven't done a lot of weapons this small, so it is a little rough, but hopefully it does its job.
Thank you. And so, after that, once again, well, now I have a weapon to protect myself against a certain scaled child.
Smack him!
Goodbye, Moth.
Goodbye, lizard man.
Gonna be...
I've been waiting to unmute the second you said, oh yeah, the little stinger. I've been like...
Sting him, see what happens. Sting him! Stick him!
Now we really are gonna have the end of Godzilla 2000.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I would like to clarify that Moth is not an actual child. He is just a stupid lizard.
Oh, yeah. He was a stupid little man.
I just called him Lizard Child because I don't know, he acts like a freaking brat.
He's puntable.
He's puntable.
Yes, and
I am just saying. I am saying
like
just,
all
just
children.
I'm just saying just cause.
Yeah. So everyone
And-
is aware.
It's because we did those baby swimming lessons with him.
That is true. Now he knows how to swim like a little alligator.
Oh god.
Oh, that part, Ninja.
That's terrifying.
He swims like a little alligator.
Alligators swim so terrifyingly. Why would you teach him to with just with the top of their heads?
You see the problem with that?
He's on a boat and he didn't know how to swim.
Well, teach him this.
Teach him to that, or have the little kid, or have
an
the
idiot.
fucking drown.
Teach him or have him drown.
Teach him to swim like a normal creature.
Oh
We
yeah, sure.
can't. He's not a normal creature.
Normal in any aspect.
Picks him up by the scruff and shakes him. What's normal about this?
By all means, you go ahead. Teach him to be normal.
Yeah, go teach him. Go teach him.
Yeah, if you
Go
want to
him.
teach the lizard to be normal, go ahead.
Put the lizard in a little monkey suit. Go on, put him in a suit. Give him a little tie.
Why
Like
don't I teach one of my
a little
monkeys?
Napoleon hat.
Yeah, go give him a little suit and tie. Give him a briefcase and teach him how to be normal.
Oh yeah, DM. Did you mention that I have a barrel of monkeys?
Oh yes.
Put him in the barrel of monkeys.
Oh
Put him in the barrel of monkeys.
because I'm gonna forget that I have a barrel of monkeys.
Oh, I have a cursed mask.
You do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, nice.
And I
Get
gave you
that.
the stat improvements that it gives you.
Yeah.
I gave away all of my items.
Thank God. No more parrot. No more bird.
Well,
Yeah,
no, the
he-
parrot got killed.
Yeah, he exploded.
Yeah.
The parrot got eaten by a god.
Thank God.
And then
Yeah, thank
Mr.
God.
I am now religious.
Yeah, and then Mr. Buddy got given away.
Have you
I
seen
still have
Deirdre?
the
I
gloves.
would.
I still have the gloves, but spoiler alert, I was gonna give them to Ziva.
But Mr. Cruddy is still out there.
Somewhere. Waiting.
So after that,
Waiting, watching.
well, first of all, I'm gonna taunt Moss with my new weapon.
Amazing.
So great.
I'm going to establish dominance to the lizard, and fucking be like, ah, I'm armed. Oh, Godzilla 2000, you.
Yeah, you get the blank-eyed stare.
All I imagine he's running around with like fucking toast crumbs all over his mouth when this happens.
Yeah, you like catch him in a hallway, Bigfoot pose. He's like,
what did you say once? It was like sudden Bigfoot turn.
I imagine that happens, but he's like his tongue slaps out and hits the crumbs and goes back in.
Yeah. He's like, his arms are like up, his shoulders hunched.
I freaking hate this thing.
I love him so much.
He's just a little guy.
He's just a little man.
So now that I've made my intents clear to the lizard, I'm actually going to seek out B.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Why did you say that so just like you're challenging me?
Yeah, why is that like a TV show?
You sure about that?
Oh yeah.
I might just have to kill you.
Sure thing, chump.
Looks like these won't be the only ashes we'll be throwing into the hurricane.
Jesus fucking
God
Christ.
damn! Oh my god!
Oh god!
Yeah, this is the beginning of fucking B's like turn to evil.
I decided to become a fucking jerk. Anyway, I'm probably B is just like on the deck, sitting on a box, fucking looking out the ocean, just taking it in. Zooming on the scary storm.
Fucking scary storm, motherfucker!
It's
Oh
hungry.
god.
It's hungry.
Oh, I don't say that.
Fucking tune back in while you're talking. We can't listen to you, so we're all just like, oh, I wonder what's going on. And I'm like, no, well, they're obviously talking about the scary storm. Rah! We all start repeating it and screaming in the chat, waiting to be released.
Amazing.
So anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
You just
I just kind of yeah. I'm gonna just kind of flit up and sit beside B. However, what's B's passive perception?
11.
Alright. Gonna make a stealth
My
roll.
passive perception is so fucking low. And my health is lower than yours. I'm squishier than a goddamn bug.
So much.
It's true.
I'm squishier than Moss.
This is the life of a bard.
I almost think that is like that is like what makes Poppy so resilient. It's like the cockroach from WALL-E. Like you just step on her and she just springs back up. Bing, 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 bing. So yeah, I got a 14.
Cool. I don't want. Yeah, no.
So yeah, you're just like sitting there looking into the storm, and then you just kind of like one moment you kind of look out, you know, just kind of over the deck, look back at the storm, look
The
back.
storm's not you, is it?
No.
No, and then you just like look back and Poppy's just like there next to you.
Ah.
Hi.
Hi. How
Looking at.
are you first?
What you looking at?
I guess it's nothing in particular. I'm just looking out. There? At the water? Why are you just staring at me like that? Hi, what's up?
So I don't know. You like came from a place, right? I mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean, not like everyone else here.
Well, yeah. Like I mean, I was raised over in the Moa Islands. Kind of just sort of was just sort of in that one town for ever. Kind of living 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 comfortably.
About to say, if you're about to say "Livin' La Vida Loca," I'm gonna freaking kill you.
Nah, man, this is La Vida Loca.
Yeah,
They were living La Vida Normal for 23 years.
La Vida Norma.
La vida
Yeah. So, do you ever like question it? I don't know, like leaving, I guess.
Constantly, all the time, every second. But well, I mean, it's
That sounds
kind of
awful.
well, yeah. I mean, it's when it's all sort of weird because I mean, I'm only sort of in this position because, well, Holst, we're not directly related to him, but you know, he helped out me and my mom a lot, and when he died, that sort of will he set out was for next of kin, and nobody showed up. So,
So you're not here by choice.
well, kind of. I mean, my mom was like, well, then I count as next to kin, and Tooken was gonna leave on her own, and I was like, no, no. I I chose to go in place of her because, you know, otherwise, what's sort of the inverse of that? I sort of stay at home and I'm running the tavern by myself, and the entire time I'm sort of thinking, you know what, like, my mom's all right, and I mean, would they grabbed her off the ship too, and would she have had to do all that? Would she have just dropped off the face of the earth for a month, and would she have, and she just sort of catches herself. Just kind of looks down for a minute.
You think too much, don't you?
You know, you're definitely. I think you're the first to directly say that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you have a point. I do think too much. I mean, kind of sort of ignored, like sort of gestures out towards the water in kind of a vague swirling motion, just like I kind of ignored sort of the greater weirdness of the world.
You mean the giant storm?
Well, that and everything else. I've had a very insulated couple decades of living. I go to school and go to work, and you know, maybe
What
hang out
school?
with a couple people, and well, oh right, yeah. School. I mean, school is just a place where people teach you some skills that might serve you later, but kind of skills that they teach you is not really for adventuring types. It's more for kind of folks that live in one town and do their stuff. And yeah. And it's nice. It's nice to kind of ignore it sometimes. Sort of everything else happening. You get into a rhythm of it, and you do. It's not like you don't. You still make friends or something and talk with people. Though I've never really been that good with talking with people. Well, outside of business, I'm good at selling a drink.
You seem pretty good at talking to me now.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't think that I've been ignoring it, but I feel like I maybe just wasn't noticing it.
I mean, you were in a jar.
Yeah, but before that, I was in the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't always in the jar.
True.
But I don't know. Things are just kind of weird now. I've never been on a boat, and I've never been on the water. I didn't. I mean, we had a pond back in the forest. There were a lot of ponds, but this is like a big pond.
Oh yeah, it's way different and everything's moving.
Yeah, and I mean, like, there were little ripples in those ponds, but here the ripples are like gigantic.
Oh yeah, it hasn't even been a stormy kind of night yet.
And like in the little pond, there were like fish that I don't know, like I could have been like killed and eaten by them. They tried to kill me and eat me.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in like this tiny pond. But now there's this giant pond.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what kind of fish must live in that?
To be honest, you've been pretty good with you did kind of help fight like an archfey once. You did pretty good there.
I don't know, I just wasn't really thinking about it. And I don't know, it seemed more familiar. I mean, we were still in the forest, we were still, we were fighting something, but I mean, the Fae are are my home, but
right.
I don't know, I've never been on the ocean, this has got to be at least twice as big as the pond back home. At least twice.
She does chuckle, just like, yeah, at least. Well, how are you holding up? Kind of gestures to the stomach, just like, seasickness wise.
Better. Okay. Yeah, it was. I think a lot of it was just kind of, I don't know, getting used to it and just noticing it.
Yeah.
She kind of has gone from like looking back and forth at you, like looking back from you to the sea to you to the sea to just like staring with this 1,000-yard stare out to the sea.
Yeah. First day that I was here, first day that I was on this ship, I mean, partly it was seasickness, partly it was because I was snatched up in the middle of the night and put through a very stressful situation. I was
like being
out,
put in a jar?
Kind of. I was out completely for a full day. Like just gone. They fought harpies up here and I was out. I did not move from my bed at all.
You must have been a hard sleeper.
Less of a hard sleeper, more like if I moved an inch, I was going to throw up.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're gonna bomb.
Yeah. But you get your sea legs after a while,
Who gives me the sea legs? Oh, is that does Teal give me the sea legs? She's the captain, right?
In a way, Teal gives you the sea legs by kind of. Well, I mean, Teal doesn't usually.
I hope it's not Moss.
Oh no, Moss. Ooh. I think you have to make you have to like wear pointier clothes. I think you have to wear like some spiky clothes or something. Keep him from really kind of munching on you.
When setting myself on fire work?
You did eat just a fish skeleton once, I think.
How big was the fish? Was it an ocean fish?
Well, yeah, it was. We got it at Port and Silver Keep. It was like this much, maybe this much. It was enough to be concerning. That's all. Enough that maybe, I don't know. You have to be a specific kind of point. I'm not sure if setting yourself on fire would do it either. I think you just have to just really kind of. What the hell just dropped from the ceiling there? I think you just have to just kind of dodge him. You have to be very good at dodging. I don't know.
Looks at dexterity of 10.
Either that or just very good at not being noticed by him.
I'll try my best.
Yeah. I just kind of gives a thumbs up. I believe in you. You know.
All right, I'm gonna roll off this box now.
Okay.
and then she just kind of like rolls away, rolls off the side of the box.
I'll be here. Just kind of looks back out at the water and then just kind of down at her hands and back out at the water.
And I think that's where I'm gonna end it. A very awkward, stressed conversation about stress.
I think every conversation
how big
with
the
B
ocean
is
is.
stressed and awkward.
Yeah.
B's been going through it, man. We gotta fucking take it easy.
They're fucking chilling.
Chilling.
Funny, haha. It's your turn.
Who?
You.
Oh.
How is they chilling?
Awesome. Sitting there for another moment, thinking, and then just kind of like head in hand, thinking a little more. Want to find mooncake?
Mooncake! 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 Yeah. I have to think about where she is.
That's my best friend!
Your best friend.
Fucking cut off at the end.
That's my best friend.
Look, Roll.
Roll
Roll.
what? Roll what?
Roll.
To roll the look.
What?
Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop.
Roll the look, fucker.
Roll a D12.
Okay, cool. Awesome. That's the Pentagon's one.
Is it?
I think.
I don't-
That's 7.
I don't fucking know what a D12 looks like. You do not find her on your first try.
Oh my god. So I'm just wandering around. Like I'm not asking anyone else where she is.
You're just
I'm
looking.
I'm thinking back to fucking yesterday where we're just like, where's Dio? And I was like, I don't know. Stop asking.
Stop
Walk
asking
around.
me.
Don't ask me. I don't know. I'm not my captain's keeper. So yeah,
Why are you
like,
looking at me?
He's just like walking around. Probably at some point like walks into the mess hall and then just like looks over at a fucking bowl of tangerines and just like takes one and continues walking around while peeling a tangerine.
You grab a tangerine and one of them is bitten in half.
Oh my fucking god. Just like almost puts it back in the bowl, then stops, then just puts it like next to the bowl.
She's like, no.
Takes a different tangerine. I decided that B does the thing that I do in real life where like they get the peel off in one one piece. But yeah, I'm still just fucking wandering around looking for mooncake and eating tangerine slices.
A very good tangerine. I'm not trying to figure out where she is. What are you talking about?
Would you like me to
oh, I got
want me to
got this.
do you mean to like sing a tune or
Sing a little Nelly. What you humming while you're looking for the cat?
I'm humming Carmen Miranda's Ghost because MJ mentioned it in chat, which makes no sense because that is a space themed song, but I'm humming it anyway.
Holy shit. How'd you know about it?
I don't know. It's just a little thing there for the fans.
I need to know. Does B know what space is?
There is how much would a high schooler know about space?
There are planets.
She has up to a high school education.
Cool.
Didn't go to college, so 5 years after high school. that's the amount of smarts she's got.
Okay. I see.
So she knows she knows the basics of what chemistry does and how there are planets and creative writing.
She knows creative writing. Thank God.
She's read The Great Gatsby.
Oh my god. Okay. Roll again.
Awesome. I love rolling
Awesome.
number.
Except
12.
where she is. 12? Even number,
12.
you find her.
Awesome. Where is she?
In the
Tell me in great detail.
She's in the fucking basement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's in the cargo hold. You find her. She is, per usual, working. She's kind of. I mean, they did use the brig for a little bit, so I guess she would have cleaned. She would have cleaned that. And I don't know. She cleaned it, and now she's kind of just like sitting down there. You know how it is.
Okay. if I could notice her down there, just like, oh, Mooncake, hi.
She's kind of just like sitting on like a crate. She was kind of like just, I don't know, I think she was like, I just picture her just like fucking like unwinding and rewinding up the same coil of rope. Just so she doesn't have to go do something else. She's like, oh no, it was wrong last time. I gotta try again.
Oh man. Yeah. How do I phrase this? So I was thinking, I think you mentioned at some point that your mom kind of, you learned a bit of sort of fortune telling-ish stuff by proxy. Like you had the tarot card thing and do you know any stuff about dreams?
Dreams?
Yeah.
Like
sort of dream interpretation stuff. Everyone had a really bad dream in the forest, and there's one part that I kind of, it's kind of been weirder to me.
She was like disinterested staring at you. Now she's just like confused staring at you.
And I kind of heard that, dream stuff tends to pull from like, I mean, sometimes it pulls from memory stuff, or it's kind of,
Are you sure it's not just a freak dream?
Well, no, because there was someone there who I certainly didn't recognize, but seemed to recognize me. And
I mean, aren't you supposed to like not recognize the dream people? She's like shrugging.
I don't know. It felt too. Where's my accent going?
Oh my god.
It felt too specific. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry to bother you with
No. Sighs, puts down her rope coil. She had it. It was like in a bundle, like in her hands. She does it in like 2 fucking seconds and puts it down. She sighs, kind of arms crossed, like hunched forward. She's like sitting on a box. There's like no back support, so now she's just kind of like hunching over. What? Shoot.
Shit. Maybe I should have somehow dug up the Google Doc from somewhere.
Do you want your dream Google Doc?
Yeah, man.
Do you want your nightmare?
Yes. I would like to describe my nightmare in full detail.
Bee's nightmare, click.
Bee's nightmare, click.
Share.
Oh god.
Share, copy link.
Did you just say to Mooncake, damn, I really wish I had my Google Doc right now?
And Mooncake said, sure, I'll give you your Google Doc.
And Mooncake's like, what is that?
What?
Hold on, sorry, I have to open a document in my brain.
All of us are like, fucking trauma dump time, babes.
Okay. Right, okay. And B just kind of sits cross-legged on the floor. Crisscross applesauce.
Her ear like flicks.
Yeah, like, okay. So I mean, I'll just tell you everything, just to get it all out there. So, there's like the whole thing about I'm out here forever and I grow old and my mama passed away without me, yada yada, all stuff that I'm usually worried about.
Right.
Yeah, and mm, there's so then at some point, I'm in front of the storm. The whole thing, it's right in front of me. And there's this kind of dark shape, sort of massive, rising out of the water. There's like scales and like dark scales and feathers and kind of a sort of a kind of snaky-ish somehow. It was snaky, but it had scales and feathers and big old glowing eyes and like it specifically it looked right at me, and it said, "I'm looking forward to finally meeting you." Which that's the everything else is like, okay, that's stuff that I'm usually worried about, but what is that? That's something else, man. And it's freaked me out more the more that I just kind of think about how that doesn't fit. That doesn't fit.
And she was like slowly like squinting more and more at you. Well, I mean, you're hand on chin.
Like, I don't think that, like, maybe it would be like kind of a manifestation of all that, but my brain laid it out pretty clear before, and why would it say looking forward to meeting me?
Well, that part's weird. Holds a hand out. Well, one, you stress. I shrugs.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of just motions to all of you. You.
Yeah.
I mean, you're trying. You
see, it's just kind of like hands out, like, well, fucked up, ain't it? What's happening? Everyone is muted. It's just me.
No, speak your mind.
Oh my god, it's your guitar solo. Go.
Oh shit! Oh my god! I didn't pull up the tune that I wanted to. I didn't pull. Let's see. Carmen Miranda's Ghost lyrics.
Speak your mind. Yeah, get it. Ayo, Crow, drop a beat.
I'm like, oh my god, fucking nasty beat, dude. Awesome. Keep it fucking going, man. Yeah. Yeah.
That's my beat.
Fucking sick, dude. Awesome.
Did you like it?
Sick.
Yeah, I loved it.
I kind of expected you to come in and go. You just do like the cat thing that you do.
You that thing do.
Cat thing you do when you see a cat. Yeah, the piss, 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 piss. When we see a cat, you
I just say piss over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you do.
waiting for?
Huh?
What's going on?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'll
Kyrie Miranda's Ghost is Hot 8, Space Station 3. Half the staff is Cedar, plus the poor master and me.
we do a song that I know the words.
Yeah, right?
Tell me where the spells get at.
Do a song I know the words to. Please.
Don't go tell the cargo bay when there's a shipment dog. You might just see him.
That was a fucking nightmare!
Like you could have done this shot. If you hear a rubber beat dump out smash your door, you might just see a tantrum. You can roll it to the floor.
Let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you.
We can't play two songs at once.
Never gonna say goodbye.
Goodbye.
I like singing that and watching my PNG move.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Arly singing "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Oh, sheesh.
Never gonna.
So yeah, there's a little mooncake PNG I made today.
She moving.
Yeah, she moving.
Oh, I saw her earlier. I love her so much. That's my best friend.
It's
That's fun, yeah.
so good at it. Furries commission me.
That's my best friend.
Excuse me?
Bad bitch.
Do you wanna...
Money.
What?
You don't need no shit.
It's good money, okay?
Yeah.
I want.
I notice. I
It's
notice.
good money, and I want in.
It is. Get that bread. I just want you to know that been trying to make a funny little image, but Photoshop, for some reason, the eraser tool isn't just erasing things. It's like the fucking. It's like I'll try to erase the top layer, and it's like no, and it doesn't erase it, and I'm like it erases it, but like it leaves it leaves like a little fade. It's like the
Fade?
I don't know how to I can't say the word. It starts with an O. What's that word?
Opacity.
Yeah, I can't. It's like that, but I have. What? Oh wait, did I fix it? Oh, I fixed it. Funny language.
What was the last thing that happened? I was writing things down.
I described my terrible dream.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You were trauma dumping.
Yeah, I was Among Us venting to Mooncake.
God, Mooncake is so perfect.
Oh, wow.
Hello, saying good night to my mama.
Ha ha ha.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, mama.
Tell her
parents.
Back to trauma dumping.
Oh god.
Oh, okay. Have fun.
Okay.
Have fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
So...
Just there, hands out, eyebrows raised, like, well.
Oh, well,
You had a dream about a big snake?
Yeah. Well, guess.
Maybe. Maybe snake?
Maybe snake? I don't know.
She rubs her face.
I feel like it had some feathers, but I don't know how they fit.
Well, could just be you stressed. She's like holding up fingers. Stressed. You stressed about the storm.
Yeah.
Could just be she kind of hands kind of just like motions for like a ball and kind of just like squish together. Like it's a big scary thing.
Yeah.
And I'm almost someone by this point that like most of them know that you want to do something with the storm. Even if you didn't tell them, it's like spread.
Yeah.
These bitches can't keep their mouths shut.
Which is exactly why B fucking held it in for this long.
Yeah.
It comes up at the table during dinner, and they're just like, ah, shit. And yeah, I mean, motions to you again. I'm not sure if you want like a fantastical little explanation, or you're just. I think you're just stressed.
Yeah. Just kind of rubbing her eyes, like, yeah, you're probably right.
I mean, it was a high stress situation, anyways. On topping it all off. Shrug. She like bends down, picks up like like an wound thing of rope, and kind of just like tosses it at you. Work while you're here.
Kinda... Right, yeah. Just kind of coils it up, then uncoils it. I didn't do it right that time. Hold on. Coils it up again. Oh, dang. Uncoils it.
She's kind of like chuckling a little bit.
Can you take a look at this? What's this? How's it?
I'll try again.
Okay. Of course.
She kind of just like flops backwards on the crate that she's sitting on, so she's laying down now.
I feel like that's a good point for that scene.
She's like, here, do this. Takes a nap.
That's that one. Crossed off my list. That's right, motherfuckers. I have a list.
Oh my god, you have a list. Good job. Wow, you have a list. Pat. That's the end of everybody.
Nice.
One cycle done.
One cycle.
One cycle
We're all
done.
dead.
Oh, we still have so many days left.
We say this
Why are
every
we
single
like
time,
this?
but we're gonna speed it up next time.
Yeah.
We say it every time, but we're gonna speed it up next time. How about if you don't have something written down in your homework, just say pass. Maybe that'll speed it up.
Hey, okay, next time I can pass every day. Every day you get a general wakes up, goes for deal, and then just, does a funny little S word that I'm not allowed to say on Twitch.
Oh God.
And that's it.
That's a funny little what?
Oh my god.
We'll explain when you're older.
It already sounded bad, now it just sounds worse.
It's just a little, no, it's a TOS word. Starts with an S.
No, yeah.
Like
no, I knew
Homer,
what you meant. I was just trying to be...
No,
Yeah.
you do.
I don't.
MJ doesn't.
I don't
there you
actually
go.
know.
Muted bitches. There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say that.
We have an emoji for that.
You can look in the horror corner.
Oh yeah.
You can look.
Yeah.
That exists in this Discord.
That's true.
I want everyone to know that and
Hi,
never
everyone on Twitch.
I want everybody to know that we have a channel called Horror Corner, and we also have a voice channel called Horror Timeout.
Yeah.
Know that Horror Corner exists, but I want them to never know what's inside.
I also want you to know that in the middle of a scene, we got a notification from it, and I was like,
yeah.
Died a little.
It's the middle of my scene, and it was my notification.
Yeah, it was from you.
Yeah, you sent that. I almost forgot that. It wasn't muted. I almost was like, bark, bark, bark. In the middle.
Oh.
boy.
In the middle of you talking.
I think you should have. I don't know. Not a beat would be missed. Background barking. Don't worry about it.
Background barking. Okay.
did it.
You did it! Oh my god,
We killed
you did
everybody.
I want to spend the rest of my day hanging out with Mooncake.
She's sleeping in the basement.
You just walk down there.
Hangout to do.
You just walk down there and see B just like limply like moving a rope back and forth.
And Mooncake's just like fucking sleeping on a box.
Oh wait.
Wake up, bitch! We got hanging out to do.
We got shit to do.
She's sleeping. I'm like, fuck. This is great. I take a nap.
Perfect.
Oh, this is great. Snork.
Snork.
I've decided that Arly Cannon does that. Cannon just says, "Snork."
Arly in canon goes. Snork.
She's like, guys, I'm asleep. Snork. And I'm like, that's not okay.
All right.
I'm so glad that you're sleeping right now. Snork.
Just.
MJ just fucking shot me.
I'm sorry, I don't know how these orb things work.
I don't know if that even works on this screen. Or if just me was hearing it.
I think that, maybe, I don't know, actually.
I didn't even hear what it did.
I think I was hearing it only.
The stream.
Oh, right, yeah, because I had this. Oh.
Oh god, oh god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can hear it on
hear it
stream.
now.
You can hear it
on stream? Cool.
Oh,
I
you
don't
can
have
hear
to
it on
have it
stream.
on. You just don't see the notification for it pop up.
Yeah, I just hear
Yeah.
it. That's even better.
You just hear it.
That's even
Oh,
better.
funny.
Comes
Oh,
out
funny.
of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
turning up the stream volume to fucking hear the sound alerts and getting overwhelmed by the delayed audio.
Oh, I didn't hear the oof one go off.
Is sus TOS?
Well, we're about to find out.
Oh god, you've doomed us up!
Oh my god, you Stream
And
cuts out.
Stream is immediately destroyed. Just carpet bombed by Twitch itself.
We're all destroyed.
Destroy.
I still
freaking destroys you.
Fucking.
Which
I
takes
still
a shot.
think about destroy, build, destroy sometimes.
Destroy, build,
I always think of destroy, build, destroy.
Oh my, you motherfucker.
Did you just see what I posted?
Yeah, hold on.
You're welcome.
I want to edit it so that the suit is just bigger and bigger.
No. I wish it wasn't like cut off on the arms, but that was one of the only ones with a transparent background that worked.
This intelligence can't be 11, can it?
I wasn't even
His
registering
stats
it
are buff.
as cut off on the arms. I thought it was just square.
There's
I
one
thought it was
where
just
it's like
square shaped.
there's one where he's like there's the suit where he's like Sasquatch standing or like like literally like we've talked about multiple times. But the thing is that one doesn't have a transparent background and it was so grainy that like it would have been awful to try to cut out the background.
I see. Okay, your homework for next time is to give me a bunch of moss edited with suits.
Yeah. Please. I need one of them with a suitcase. Not suitcase.
Yeah. Briefcase. Ready for
Wait,
business.
that's my homework.
That's
Get
your
on it.
homework?
Damn, I got it.
Damn.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about Chief.
Okay. That's it.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Thank you all for coming out to our inaugural live broadcast
Welcome.
D&D session.
Welcome to the live broadcast. That's a year and a bit into the session.
Oh yeah, welcome to our D&D game a year and a bit in.
Yeah.
Or maybe just a little bit
you're
less than a
fucking
year
late.
because we took a lot of long breaks.
Yeah, there were a couple
We
breaks. I'm not
did.
sure if we've had like We never numbered the sessions, so I'm not sure if we're up to like.
We numbered the sessions up to like
The
15.
sessions are still.
Mhm.
What? They're pretty sure they're still numbered.
You
My
only
God.
have up to like 13 in the thing because you
Yeah, but
hoarded
I
all
have
of
the-
them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have them. I
Hey.
haven't uploaded them yet because they haven't been with me.
Yeah, but here's the
3,000 miles away from my home.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like how earlier you were like, "Oh, I have it on this." That doesn't help anybody else. We don't know what it is. That's your information.
No,
That's your
I
little.
know.
That's your little sneaky information.
I told you that, so you knew I had it with
You're
me.
the only holder of the actual number.
This sounds like an off-broadcast conversation.
You're the only sneaky holder of the number.
I'm gonna start gatekeeping them.
Crow gatekeeps how many number of sessions we've
I
had.
take the external hard drive and I just chuck it in the fucking
Eat it. Eat it.
Hudson.
Take a bite of it like a sandwich.
I put it in the Hudson.
I think
Ew.
destroying it. I think destroying it is not gatekeeping.
It's gatekeeping because then only I know where it is.
Only she knows where it is. Only she knows how many numbers of sessions we've had.
Only I can know.
You monster!
Here's the thing. I know that it must be below a certain number because you would tell us if it was session 69. You would tell us.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it the hard drive to the first subway rat I see.
Are you gonna give it to Rat?
You're gonna hop on the subway, go to some random ass station, and just hand it to the first person that you see.
I feel like that would get me arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would actually.
Yeah.
It'd be like, mysterious package.
You either would get you
It's got a
arrested.
whale sticker on it. Seriously.
It's got a whale
you'd
sticker.
You'd either get arrested, or you would get that one person that's actually insane, and they'd lose their shit. They'd be like, "I was right."
They got
Who
chosen.
knows what they were right about? But you know,
Something.
they're right.
Yeah,
Something.
just
Sure.
in chat. So this is not the beginning. Yeah,
No.
no, we have been playing for over a year. That little anecdote about the first day that B was on the ship, that is legit from the first session.
First session, they got kidnapped.
where I was literally out sick. So
Yeah, that is true, yeah.
Constantly just had me asleep the entire time.
Yeah.
They all got kidnapped.
Everything is recapped in the beginning of what will be the VOD in 2 minutes.
Hey, VOD time.
And maybe someday we will actually put together. A
Are
thing
you
where
level
we do
5?
Everything in even more detail.
Wait,
we're
is
level 4.
Level 5.
No, we're level 5.
I don't fucking know what
Level
level
5.
you are. Oh my god.
We got level 5 after
It's been a while.
Okay. I feel like I should like keep track of that, huh?
Yeah, I get very
Probably.
confused about what level I am all the time.
Oh, that sounds like you kind of problem.
Yeah,
Like a
it's
problem.
alright. It's
Isn't
hey,
it?
you know,
It's what you get for
know
being
it.
pink.
It's what I get for being
Stupid.
pink. It's what I get for being sexy.
Hey.
Ay.
Hey.
Anyways, I'm gonna click this raid button.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
my
Where are we
God,
going?
where we
Where
going?
You're
Where
gonna
we
go.
going?
Hold on.
Whose ship are we
Shut the
boarding?
fuck up.
Shut.
You're gonna go to where the fuck did it go? Hello. Found Earth to Iru. Have fun. Minecraft.
Hey.
Minecraft. She's
Oh,
really
shit.
sweet. She's a really sweet
Boarding.
person. Boarding ship.
Boarding ship.
Board the
Oh, the
ship.
ship is being boarded.
Board the ship.
Bordis.
Board the
Board.
ship.
Oh my god. From one ship to another?
Boarding.
Board the ship.
Board.
Boarding.
Be kind. Be nice.
We
Say
have boarded.
hi. Do a little
Are we?
party.
Do a little
jig.
refresh. Helps the numbers.
Yes,
your
make
ass.
sure that it doesn't say /raid in the URL. Because
Yeah.
then it doesn't count for numbers.
Doesn't count for their numbers, which sucks for content creators.
It's gross.
It's really gross.
Anyways.
Chinky.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you. Thank you. If you came in at some point and then you were confused, the beginning of the VOD, there's like an hour. I talked a lot. I gave a recap of like everything that happened up to this point. and I talked about the homebrew world that we're playing in and all that. So I explained all of it, and it's cool. I worked hard on it. We've had this. It's been a labor of love for a year. We're having fun, finally doing it like this. So we'll be back next Wednesday, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. EST. Bye bye.